All right, here we are. Howdy do. Hey guys, Joseph, mini cart. Welcome, welcome. Setting up chat and everything. You know how it is. We are all ready. Yay, hello. Okay. It's Saturday. You know what that means. It's time. I know, right? It's exciting. Nightmare time. Nightmare. Yeah, it's so exciting. The final episode. I heard potentially that there is like a bonus thing that we might watch. I haven't really looked into it though, so I don't know what's up with that. But that'd be cool to look into. Oh, hey Melissa, thank you. That's exactly what somebody said in the comments. So that's exciting. The bonus episode is weird AF. I mean, it's nightmare time, so not that strange that it's weird. Depending on how long the stream goes, maybe we'll jump into it. I don't know, but yeah. I'll wait a little bit before I hop in, you know, give people a little bit of time to come in on both sides. How you guys been? I've been pretty good, I think. Yesterday's stream went not really well, in hindsight. Gives a knowing look. Even for nightmare time, it's weird. Oh boy. Well, that just makes me more excited about it, to be honest. But for the final episode, I got popcorn. Yay. Just a small little bag for me to enjoy. But yeah. Exactly. Might as well get into the whole, you know, all in on this. But I'm excited. Yellow Jacket, the thumbnail. Actually, let me pull it up real quick. I think this is the wrong scene, actually. You know what? Let me set that up before we actually, before I pull it up. Do you have any thoughts or prediction for episode 4? I was actually going to talk about that just now. I feel like this is going to be, based off the thumbnail, it's going to be like, what's the blue one called? I forget. Was it Pokotho? I feel like we're going to be learning about Pokotho here. Based off the Pokey. Thank you. Which I've been told by you guys in chat and comments before that he's the one that, in The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, the blue thing that possessed everybody, that's like his doing, which is cool. Okay, there we go. Yep. Very exciting. And just based off that, it's like pretty cool. Yellow Jacket, I don't know. That makes me think of bugs, like a wasp or kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure what to expect, but it's nightmare time. I feel like I've never had a prediction go well. I always guess and then I'm just completely off by whatever it is that I'm about to see. But yeah, it's been a couple minutes. All right, we got 3 people now. Might as well hop in. I'll do a tiny bit of a YouTube intro. Thank you guys for being here, joining us with Nightmare Time, episode 4 of season 2, The Yellow Jackets. Terrible intro already, but oh well. Remember to support the original creators, you know, Team Star Kid. They deserve it so much. Give them love. A link to the original video will be in the description. Check that out. Yeah, because if you want to check that out, if you want to have a nice solid experience. I'm gonna be pausing a ton, chatting over it a lot, and if you don't like that, watch the original. With all that being said, I hope you enjoy, and we are going into Nightmare Time. Turn off that music. And so the super cool thing about this episode is that they had like a special teaser after this episode really premiered on YouTube, and it turned out to be the reveal for Nerdy Prudes Must Die. That's so hype. Oh man. All right. Boom. Gotta let it load for a moment. Hide sidebar, so we're at full screen fully. Let the ads pass by. Maybe I should have pressed it before we started going all to this. Now we have to wait for it to load. So we're setting our quality to 360p. Again, if you want higher quality, watch the original. My stream cannot handle more than 360p, it seems. Let's go. Okay. Yes. Oh. I get so hyped when the music starts playing. No need to run away, you little runaway, 'cause the nightmare will get you soon. No need to contemplate how deeply that you're afraid, 'cause your life is a waning moon. It's a matter of time, a matter of time. Don't need to look hard to fight it. Every story you tell, we're in pursuit. It's all in your mind, it's all in your mind. Hey, what was that? Boo. Run fast enough. When you said last time about Hatchetfield Jingle and the lightning getting you excited, is 100%. I sing along as well. Yeah, it's so catchy, you know? I can't help but sing along. As I get better at like knowing the words, I can't help it. I love it. I'll find you. Close your eyes if you don't doze off. Hold your breath so I don't hear you. Trains of tears that you will leave me. Will lead you straight to those who fear me. You can run if I don't catch you, but the nightmare time I'll gonna get you. Ah, dang it. I always mess up a couple words. Speaking of, by the way, is the audio like good? Video not too quiet, not too loud. I'm not too quiet, not too loud. Everything solid? Because again, I've been messing around with the audio settings. Audio's perfect, audio's good. Right, love that. Let's go. Take every precaution, babe. Take out the caution tape. 'Cause the timer is ticking down. You can understand the danger that you are in. You're standing on shaky ground. Victimless crime, a victimless crime. And in your note, nothing that you can do about it. It's all by design. It's all by design. Behind you. Where'd he go? He's looking. Whoa! I paused it at a crazy moment. But the reason I paused it was I was gonna say all this singing. Like like from who do you think it's coming from? Because is it a purely just an intro thing, or not? Because to me, I feel like it's the Lords in Black singing this, especially when they say things like we're in your head and you know it. I don't know. I get that feeling, but also what? Huh? Who? Huh?
He never left.
Since he died, well, since he went into the black and white, is he also outside of time, do you think? He never left. I don't know. What an interesting way to say that. You can hide, but I will find you. Close your eyes if you don't doze off. Hold your breath so I don't hear you. Tears of tears that you will leave me. Be straight to those who fear me. You can run if I don't catch you. But time is gonna get you. He died in both. The guy doing like music on Black Friday. Yes, true. I can't help but wonder, you know? But maybe his death is also one of those, like, ordained things, specifically by the Lords in Black, since he clearly is working directly against their interests. So it might be one of those things that that the Lords in Black go out of their way to make sure happens. I don't know. Run away if you want, if you dare. The night is gonna get you. Just run away if you want, if you dare. The night is gonna get you. Just run away if you want, if you dare. Oh, I can't even compete. You can run if I don't catch you. But the nightmare time's already caught you. And like always, I stumble at the very end. I love singing along with that. The words are finally sticking in my brain too. It only took, 2 seasons, all the episodes, and for me to finally sort of get it. All right. Here it comes. Yellow Jacket. Oh?
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Started like a honeymoon, but now I see you never ever had my best interests.
Okay, so did I say this when I was talking about Yellow Jacket? Already we're getting bug imagery. Because Yellow Jacket, when I hear that word, it makes me think of a wasp. I feel like I said that, right? Wasps are very, very disturbing creatures. And we're already getting bug imagery, like literally line 1. So that's making me think this is going to be some sort of invader kind of thing. So I don't know if you've been told this yet, but the songs in the series were directed by various people throughout the group and not just the Langs. The first one is directed by Angela Lex, Mariah, Deb Zoe, etc., and Paul Gabriel, who has been the stage manager for all Hatchetfield stage shows and is actually used. And it's actually used to be my roommates with. There used to be roommates with Mariah. Also, you're gonna be spreading info. I mean, it's the last episode. You might as well keep info dumping on me. But yeah, what I was saying about Yellow Jackets. I feel like this episode is gonna be an infection, because the way wasps reproduce is like they find a bug, plant their eggs inside of that bug while leaving it alive for it to sprout from within the bug. And I know, disgusting, but I don't know. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting already.
Sticks and stones never broke my bones, but the things you say always got in the way of my own very existence.
Man.
Okay. You were so convincing with your hair. Highlighted hair. Now it's your turn to despair. Going 15 rounds this time. Gonna make it work tonight. Never backing down this time. I'll sting you in my yellow cloud this time. In for the
Well, that's already a very different perspective on where we're going with the whole bug imagery, where she's presenting herself as the wasp stinging you. Okay.
fight of your life. No bark, alright. I'll sting you in my yellow jacket. Whatever don't kill you makes you strong. I don't know about you, but I think that's wrong. I plan on keeping you living. And once I've roughed you up, go back to your boys and say you're tough. I guess the tea will be spilling.
Okay. Interesting. Whatever relationship this is happening here seems very toxic. And not good for either of them.
You may be the champ inside your head. Going 15 rounds.
No, the food. I'm really vibing with this song. It's like I wish I knew more about music so I could actually say like what genre certain things are. Because I like this genre of music. I'm like vibing to it, rocking to it even. The food.
Even notice what I lost. Did you only ever notice you got caught? And I never loved you.
Correction that Mariah played Alice, not Deb, and Deb was played by Jamie. Thank you for the correction. They spelled liar wrong. But also, man, all this food waste. It hurts me. Oh man, I'm the kind of person who like if I have a plate of food, I can't not finish it. So seeing all this food be, I mean, I'm sure it's fine. Maybe it was already old, so it's fine to use. But oof. Liar, babe, get Ethan. You're a good speller. Oh my God, you're right. That literally is a Black Friday. Okay, thank you. Man.
Splat. A spitball
Whoa.
slams into the back of Hannah Foster's head.
Oh, it's Hannah.
Behind her, in the shop classroom at Hatchetfield High, Brad Callahan and the rest.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Season 1 ended with a Hannah story, and now Season 2 is ending with a Hannah story. So yeah, this episode Hannah is played by Lauren because Kendall was focused on her school stuff. Ah, that makes sense. You guys are competing to give the info. I appreciate your efforts.
Rest of the football team hoot and holler.
Hell yeah! Go Nighthawks!
Oh my goodness.
At a nearby desk, Stephanie Lauder rolls her eyes.
You're such an idiot, Brad.
Oh yeah?
Oh. Hannah is like the same age as like Stephanie Lauder and all of them. That is... I thought she was younger, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because of the vibes the character has, due to being so, lost in the black and white. I genuinely thought she was younger. Did we get any confirmations on her age? All right, interesting.
Then why am I the QB?
Quarterback?
Hannah reaches back to find the sticky thing clumped in her hair. She turns...
Around the same age as Tim? What are they doing here? Wait, how old is Tim? Again, I thought these were like pretty young, like kids. Like in the 13 to like 14 age range. Am I wrong? Because they seem to be in like the same class right now. You know what? Maybe they'll explain. Maybe Stephanie's just there.
and glares at Brad.
Oh, it wasn't me. It was Webby.
Get Webby's mouth out. God damn it. I messed it up. I meant to say, get Webby's name out of your goddamn mouth. Oh, gosh. I was literally about to say, get Webby's mouth out of your goddamn name. This is going to be a good stream, I think. But I think the American school system allows that or something. I mean, yeah, there are schools, like super schools where it's like from the beginning of middle school all the way to the top of high school. But even then, they're like not in the same class, you know? I heard. My cousin went to one of those types of school where you like start at the very beginning of middle school, uh, and then go all the way to the end of high school in just one building, one really big building. But again, that's like different classes. Maybe they're not in class right now. They might just be in like the cafeteria or something.
Brad's teammates yuck it up until the shop teacher intervenes.
Well, no, they're in shop class. Actually, no, that makes sense. A shop class would probably have people from different grades. I could see that. Okay.
My hands.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Houston.
You want to play the game on Friday? Lay off.
Tom
What was any of that?
turns to Hannah, leaning over to inspect the design for her woodworking project.
Hey, Hannah. What do we got here?
She's drawn a warp.
And Tom is also from Black Friday. He's the right? Pretty sure. He's the guy. Yeah, thank you. I know the guy. I know, very specific, but you know what I'm talking about. Hopefully, and the people who are watching, if you don't know what I'm talking about, is the guy from Black Friday, the military vet who lost his wife. I know some things. Some things.
Warped net of interlocking lines.
It's the world.
Well, looks like a web.
Uh-huh.
Some of these curves are going to be tricky on that bandsaw. You know.
The world is a web. We already know that Hannah can see different timelines. Is that how she sees the world then? As like a bunch of points on a web that can all interconnect?
You're going to want to make,
Relief cuts. I know.
just like your sister.
Hmm.
See that shelf up there?
He points to the shelf above his desk.
Lex made that when she was a freshman. That thing is sturdy. Keep all my pencils and rulers up.
Okay, a freshman. The world is Webby's web, maybe? Maybe, potentially. So... Alright. So she's a freshman, I guess, which would put her, like, what, 14-ish? Okay. I mean, maybe 13. Alright, I can see that then.
There. One hell of a... One heck of a shelf.
Gosh. Okay, man.
You foster girls got a gift. You know that?
Lucky us.
The gift, I would say.
Later, Hannah pulls on her safety goggles and flips on the bandsaw. She looks around at all the older students treating shop like what it is, a blow-off class. They're juniors and seniors. Hannah's the only freshman. Not that it
okay.
matters. The kids in her grade don't like her either. She places a plank of wood and starts cutting. The bandsaw buzzes. Sawdust spews. Hannah pushes the plank into the whizzing blade. And that's when the visions come.
Uh-oh.
Without warning,
What does she see?
the classroom around Hannah begins to fade.
Also, extremely dangerous to have a vision while she's, using a saw. That's really bad. You could very, very easily lose a finger, I think, right? I know in the modern, saws, they have, sensors, so if your finger comes close enough, it just stops. But I doubt a random school like Hatchetfield High would have something like that,
Color drains from the world around her. Everything goes black and white, then black.
Oh?
Endless black. Hannah stares into the void.
Oh gosh, why is she getting pulled into the black side of the black and white?
In the distance, a light flickers, grows. Hannah finds herself floating toward it. Then she's there, standing in the middle of a platform encircled by ropes, posts, and turnbuckles. Whop! A boy crashes onto the canvas-covered mat, face first. Blood sprays from his nose. All around, an unseen crowd cheers.
It's just like a fighting ring? What kind of thing? What's happening? Hannah.
Hey kid, you okay?
Back in shop class, Hannah's eyes are glazed, her expression blank. Nearby, Steph calls to her over the buzz of the bandsaw.
Hannah!
Hannah's
You know what? I can see why she would be bullied. Not defending it, mind you. Not at all. Not even slightly. But being weird, being like this weird, definitely would get you bullied. I was bullied, and I wasn't that weird of a person. Well, I guess I was a little weird.
hand continues to feed the wooden plank into the bandsaw blade, but she doesn't notice. Her mind is elsewhere.
What's
The boy
happening?
with the bloody
Whoa.
nose writhes on the platform before her. Hannah tries to reach for him, help him, but she can't. She looks up to find his opponent approaching. Another boy with pale skin and thick blue veins. He takes the
Ooh.
boy's head in his hands and pulls him to his knees. Hannah's eyes go wide.
Hannah!
Steph runs across the classroom.
Blue veins. Interesting. So is this gonna be like a drug where that Pokey uses to influence people, I guess? Maybe something that was grown in the Witchwood Forest?
As Hannah's hand slides closer and closer to the saw blade. But Hannah can't see the saw. She can't hear it. A piercing tone fills her ears. The boy with the bloody nose screams. His pitch shifts until it and the piercing tone are one and the same. A perfect harmony. Then Hannah's finger slides into the bandsaw, past the blade, and off her hand. Steph reaches her too late.
Oh my god. I really thought Steph was gonna be able to stop that from happening. Man, these visions are not as much of a gift as I thought they would be. If she shows up and puts in the work, Tom won't hold a little accident like that against her. I mean... yeah, Black Friday reference. Agreed, but also, oh my god. I love that Steph is actually caring here. I mean, we've known that Steph is actually a very caring individual. From Nerdy Prudes Must Die to every other time we've seen her. She's very, like, whatever, generally, but when it comes to people, she is caring. She doesn't like when people are rude. As soon as she hears about Max Yeagerman being this massive bully, she, like, steps up and be like, hey, that's not right. And it carries through on everything we see about her, which is cool.
She pulls Hannah away from the tool and shuts it off.
Mr. Houston?
Later, the doors to the emergency
Also, did I understand that right? Did the finger, like, come off completely? Because you can reattach that, but you gotta work fast.
room at St. Damian's Hospital burst open, and
Ooh,
Hannah's older sister,
was right.
Lex, rushes in. The nurse on duty runs to meet her.
Miss Foster, where is she? Where's Hannah?
Becky Barnes takes Lex's arm and tries to calm her.
It's okay. She just got out of surgery. She did great. She'll be out of it for a while, but Dr. Laszlo's confident the finger will heal beautifully.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh. Wow, that's stressful. But also, really good work on Becky Barnes' side. Immediately being like, don't worry about it, it's fine. It's already treated. She will be okay. Good bedside manner, even if they're not bedside right now.
Lex, don't worry. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Fine. How much is this gonna cost me?
Becky shuffles through.
Oh, right. This is the U.S. I forgot. Nothing will be fine about this.
Clipboard full of paperwork.
So, you don't have any kind of insurance?
Uh-oh.
Not through your work or...
Lady, I work at Toy Zone. What do
A really bad way to start this. Oh, boy.
you think?
Okay.
Please don't tell me it's something astronomical like $300.
Well, we can set up a payment plan so you can pay less than $300 a month.
A month? Give me that.
She grabs the clipboard.
Oh, boy. How much how much does reattaching a finger cost in the U.S.? Because I know a regular, like, scan without insurance can cost, like $150-ish. Just like a single scan. That's it. I assume they went on an ambulance, which is probably going to be a couple thousand on in of itself. Then surgery. Oh no.
And flips through the pages until she finds the final bill.
What? No, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Do you want me to get you a glass of water?
No, don't you dare get me anything.
They might charge you for that.
I have a heart attack right now. You let me die, understand? Where do you people get off charging 24?
Oh my goodness. Alright, see ya, Joseph. $24,000. I need to stress eat. That's horrific.
$4,000 for a finger. What, did you sew keys to a new car at the end of it?
Well, it wasn't just the...
So remember at the end, Killer Track, where Duke mentions a kid having an accident in shop class and him thinking that the school should pay for it? Oh my god, you're right. Everything connects. This is brilliant. Oh, what the? Sorry about that. It all ties together like a big web.
surgery. It was the ambulance ride and...
What's this? What's a Murray scan? What is that?
MRI.
Oh.
Hannah had some kind of blackout that led to her accident, and the doctors wanted to see if they could find a cause. Scars, lesions. Thank God they didn't.
So that's $10,000 to find nothing. That's on...
Yes. On one hand, it's a very reasonable thing to do. Because what if she has, like, what if she's developing brain cancer? Really important thing to find. On the other hand, $10,000? Oh my god.
On you guys.
Lex, calm down.
No! I am taking Hannah out of here before you charge me for anything else. Thanks for ruining my life.
Later,
Medical debt has ruined a lot of people's lives. Oof, very real.
she's been stitched, bandaged, and released from the hospital. Hannah sits on the bed in her room, a tiny room, in the tiny apartment Lex pays for with her boyfriend, Ethan Green. Ethan, finally home from a long day of work at his father's garage, takes a seat by Hannah's bed.
All right, let me see it.
Man. And Joey's playing Ethan because you already know. Yeah, thank you.
Hannah holds up the massive splint and wrapping around
Oof.
her reattached finger.
Hey, that ain't so bad. You know, I had a very similar thing happen to me once. I'm in the garage, working on a 1967 Chevrolet.
Before he finishes his story, has anyone in chat had surgery before? I've had, but only for like stitches. I got like 5 stitches on my knee, which I got as a kid from climbing a cabinet full of clothes. I fell from it, and somehow my knee hit the corner, and oof, not great. Not that I remember, but I think I did when I was younger. Oh, okay, cool.
Chevrolet Corvette, beautiful machine. When Vinny walks in, and you know Vinny, he's always got a goof going on. So this genius slams the hood, to scare me. But my hand is still in the car.
Ooh.
Wham! The tip of my finger goes flying. Blood is spraying everywhere. Vinny goes, "Holy cannoli, we gotta get you to a doctor." But I'm being a tough guy, so I go, "Forget about it. Give me some glue." Super strength car glue, my...
Will that work? Can you just glue it back on? I don't think so, to be honest with you.
mind you, but it's never been the same ever since. Comes loose all the time. Here, let me show you.
Okay, I see what he's doing.
Ethan does the fake thumb comes off magic trick.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that, see? Oh, yeah. And if I want it to stay on, yeah, I gotta press it on real good. Okay.
Hannah does not seem even slightly impressed. Hey, Laura, welcome to the stream.
But that's not gonna happen to you, because you got it sewn on right.
That's really stupid, Ethan.
Oh, come on, Hannah.
You know, you used to be such a cute little kid.
Later, Ethan stands at the kitchen sink, twisting the knob on the faucet. No matter how hard he tries, the thing won't shut off.
Forget it.
He grabs a soda from the fridge and sits by Lex on the couch.
How you doing, babe?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, normally we see them pretty, like, very, like, close and happy together, but the fact that money problems are tough. They are very tough. And they constrain a lot of, you know, relationships.
Fine.
Lex doesn't look up from a pile of books she's studying.
That's not fine.
That's good.
Ethan leans back on the dilapidated sofa, but can't relax.
Oof. Drip, drip, drip. You hear that? It's driving me nuts.
The faucet leaks?
Yeah.
I'm paying for that water. How many dollars do you think I'm wasting every day on that thing?
See what I'm saying? Like, that kind of thing might not really be an issue normally. But now that they already have money issues, every single little problem becomes exponentially larger.
I don't know, babe. Why don't you fix it?
I did not need that musical sting to know that that was not the right thing to say there. Just isolate the water when you don't need it, unless that also charges you. I don't know. That'd be a pretty efficient use of it. But also, give me a moment. Sorry about that. That's actually what my family does. We have a leaky faucet in the bathroom, so we just put a bucket there to collect the water for later use.
Fix it? Now you're telling me to fix it?
I didn't tell you to do anything. I just said it drips.
I have been working my ass off since I was 16 years old. In one day, my entire life savings are gone.
Yeah.
I'm now $20,000 in debt. I need a better job, which...
Oof, man. She was like $26,000 was owed. Her entire life savings barely paid off a third. Oh, that's too real.
I can't get because I don't have a high school diploma. I can't get a diploma unless I pass an equivalency test. I can't pass the test because I have no time to study because I'm working at my shitty job. Now you want me to be a plumber? Is there anything else I can do for you, sir? Do you...
Wow. I understand where she's coming from. Believe me, I really do. It really is like a self-perpetuating cycle. If you don't succeed, the world doesn't really give you any opportunities to succeed. But take a deep breath, please.
You have any more shit for me?
All right, I'll fix the fucking faucet.
He gets up and heads for...
Simple as that. Just be like, see ya, Lauren. It's like, hey, I'm doing too much stuff. Can you please do it? Could have said that. I get it, though. I get
the
it.
kitchen, turning back to ask...
Hey, babe, you seen the wrench?
Lex grabs it from the tool bag and throws it across the room.
Whoa!
Bang! It punches into the wall.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. That is... Now you gotta fix the wall. Come on, man. Anger only makes things worse.
Late that night, Hannah lies awake on her bed, staring down at her bandaged finger. The pain throbs. She focuses on it.
Stop hurting.
With immense mental power, Hannah isolates the sensation in her hand
Oh?
and forces it from her mind. The pain subsides. With that out of the way, Hannah looks around at the small room.
Okay, so in this timeline, she has some use of her magic already. Even though I'm guessing this version of her didn't meet Miss Holloway. Kind of cool, alright.
Electric lights twinkle overhead.
Ooh.
A map of California hangs on the wall. Outside, Lex and Ethan have stopped fighting. It's quiet. Hannah whispers.
Dang.
Webby, I need to talk to you.
Man, this must be so rough on Hannah. Because, like, she knows. She can hear them arguing. She knows that Lex is having issues with money. So she knows that, in a way, this is her fault. It, like, you know, logically, it really isn't. She has visions. She can't control that. It happens. But it's really easy to blame yourself in this kind of situation.
The electric lights
Ooh.
flicker and
Webby.
hum. Hannah feels a familiar presence flood the room. She turns over her bandaged hand. Resting in the palm is a large white spider.
Oh.
Hannah sighs. Webby can take many forms.
Hey, Webby.
And this isn't the one she wanted.
I need to talk with you.
Then, the spider is gone, and sitting beside Hannah is an ethereal woman with long white hair.
Yay! We get to see her again.
Slumber party? Sounds fun.
The room is suddenly aglow with a wash of multicolored neon. Music plays, more images of Webby appear, jumping onto the bed and sprawling across the floor.
Whoa!
I brought popcorn!
Hi. Is your refrigerator running?
No prank calls! Oh my gosh, we're gonna get in trouble!
What's on your face?
It's my headgear. Don't bully me.
A Webby sits behind
Wait.
Hannah, braiding her hair.
She's playing the parts of, like, Ruth and... It's my headgear, don't bully me. That was Ruth. And the other ones were... Was that the others from... You know, our nerdy prudes from Nerdy Prudes Must Die?
So, Hannah, who do you like?
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't want to play right now.
The door creaks open and a Webby in mom jeans leans in.
You girls want some snacks?
Alright, I'll be
Wait, that's so funny. That he's playing all the parts.
in the den if you need me. Just me, my book, and a glass of wine.
So pathetic.
I said stop it.
Oh.
Okay.
Again, the room is quiet.
Oh.
All the Webbies are gone.
I mean, I can clearly see what Webby's trying to do. She's trying to bring up the mood a little bit. Hannah is not having it at all, though.
Save the original. She stands there like a child being scolded. Hannah used to love games. She holds up her bandaged hand.
Look at my finger, Webby. Look what you did to me.
I didn't mean...
You tell me things. You show me things. Everyone at school thinks I'm a freak because of you.
I didn't send you that vision, Hannah.
You know, this kind of makes me think of a whole situation where this one song of, I don't remember what it's called. It's like Skeleton, You Are My Friend. And it's like how having this weird friend being when you're a kid is cool, you know? But as you get older, it becomes more of a noticeable burden on you. Even if they are your friend, genuinely still. Pokey, I'm guessing, is the one who sent the vision, though.
You can see these things without me. You have a gift.
How is it a gift? Explain that to me. I see terrible things. Worlds ending, people dying, and sometimes I can't keep it all straight.
I know. I try to sort it out for you, but it's hard to be everywhere at once.
If it's a gift, then what?
Okay. Or maybe she just saw. So yeah, so this is what Webby is doing. She's creating a web of order for Hannah to be able to see everything. Balancing it out, I guess. Interesting.
When's it gonna help me, huh? When are you gonna help me? Lex is sad.
I mean, it sounds like our queen in white is helping as much as she can. So that's what Webby is. She's a Hannah filing cabinet. Thank you. You got it.
And it's all my fault. When I was a kid, I thought you were an angel. That you could do anything. But you can't do anything. Can you?
I mean,
If you're asking me for help with money, then no.
yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, she seems to be on, like, the same caliber as the Lords in White, so... Or Lords in Black, I mean, not Lords in White, my goodness. I'm mixing up my colors now. And like them, she's limited.
What good are you?
I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't like this. I wish I didn't have to be here.
Yeah, me too.
Webby stops. She used to know what to say. It was easy when Hannah was young.
Yeah.
Webby turns from the girl and goes.
Everything gets complicated when you get older. Mainly because you know more. So there's more to be complicated about.
Webby?
Hannah feels the empty room.
I mean, you told her to
Tears well
go.
in her eyes. She rolls to her side and cries. Alone.
Man, that's really sad.
Weeks later, the sun rises over Hatchetfield. Lex darts around the apartment, scrambling to gather herself for the day. Ethan follows her, handing...
So, I'm guessing that the way things are going to go is that either Ethan or Lex are going to get in on a fighting ring to earn money. Like an illegal fighting ring.
her things she's missed.
Okay, I open today, I get off at 6, then I gotta haul ass to the community center for my high set. Leftovers are in the fridge. Mail that rent check. What else? What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something.
Babe, you focus on the test. Anything you forget, I'll handle it.
So I did forget something? Now I'm gonna fixate on that, and chemistry's gonna be gone.
Oh my
Babe,
goodness.
listen to me. If I can graduate high school, anyone can.
You're right. Are you gonna wish?
Genuinely, a very good like wait. You're like, hey, I did it. You definitely could do it.
Wish me luck? Don't. You'll jinx it.
Okay.
Lex heads for the door.
I love you.
Mail that check.
Oh,
And she's gone.
that
In
hurt.
the hall, the door to Hannah's bedroom creaks open, and she pokes her head out and looks at Ethan.
She forgot, didn't she?
Did she forget? Or did she send the party animal? Da-da-da-da.
Is it Hannah's birthday and she forgot? Oh,
Happy birthday!
she did.
Right? Very good, right?
I mean, Ethan at least is he's doing his best. He's really doing his best.
Later, Hannah and Ethan stand in line at Pizza Pete's family fun zone.
Hey,
All
the
around,
fun zone.
Birthday parties rage, kids scream, and arcade machines clatter.
We don't have the money for this.
Hannah, of course we have money for your birthday. I'm just getting $20 worth of tokens.
10.
Come on. One last hurrah for Pizza Pete's, hey?
It's so wild that the younger one is trying to convince the older one to spend just a little less on their own birthday, and it's really sad, man. That's so sad. Where kids, you know, younger kids and siblings, they shouldn't have to worry about the money of a family. But, you know, should and do are different things, I guess.
Next year you're gonna be...
I love the music themes of this world. Like, I just know this is Pizza Pete's music. Like when it was used in James. Yeah, the moment you hear a certain theme, you know pretty much where they are, because it's always played there.
too old for this place. You're gonna want a pool party with all your friends.
Huh. What friends?
Hannah wanders to the glass display cases where the prizes are, and there, Laid out among the cheap toys and stale candy is a genuine, bona fide iPad.
Whoa.
Wow.
Holy smokes, is that an iPad?
I've never seen one before. In real life, that is.
You've never
They just got it sitting out here.
you've never seen an iPad in real life? Odd. Okay.
How secure is this case? It's too secure.
One level of security, all is needed for him to be like, give up, I guess. But also, very good, don't steal it. Unfortunately, this is an arcade. The amount of money that you need to spend to earn that iPad is probably almost the same amount as the iPad itself. You aren't going to be getting it for cheap.
I want that.
Oh yeah, you can watch videos on there, or play some games.
Or sell it for money.
Yeah, but it's 20,000 tickets. I think we gotta set our sights a little lower, Banana. Look at this. Runts? Okay. Stickers? Yes, please.
Yeah,
You
see,
like-
20,000 tickets. Let's say you pick the best game that gives the most amount of tickets. You probably still need to spend like $100 for that, minimum.
Hello Kitty, don't you?
Which, I guess is still profit.
Hello Kitty sucks.
Whoa! Someone turned 15 today. Let's hit those games.
Woo, woo, woo! Lights flash on the arcade game Ethan's just
Game
lost.
over.
It's a machine called the Cyclone, where light travels around in a large circle and 4 players try to stop it on their jackpot spot. Ethan was close, but no cigar.
Oh, come on! I'm 3 lights off and all I get is 7 measly tickets? This thing is strict.
I mean,
He's
that's the
about
point.
to play again, but Hannah puts a hand over the coin slot.
Stop wasting the tokens.
Yes, ma'am.
Quiet. I'm concentrating.
Hannah
Is she about to do magic to win this game? I mean, that's pretty smart, I guess.
her attention to the machine. She watches the circle of bulbs light up one by one. She focuses. She reaches with her mind and feels the electricity. Where it is, where it will be.
Oh.
Then, she slams the button, stopping the light, hitting the jackpot.
See, I mean, there you go. You said, when is your power going to help you? It helped you right here.
Hey, you make it look easy!
Before it's even done dispensing the tickets, Hannah's moved on to the next spot on the same machine. She hits the button there. Another jackpot.
Whoa. Real easy.
Later,
I mean, the problem with winning difficult games like this, though, is that you start getting... I was literally about to say that. Like, this kind of game where you get a jackpot, if you win, like, twice in a row, already people... If you win once, already people are going to be like, whoa, you won. You won twice? Whoa. You won twice? And if you win 3 times, people are going to be like, okay, this person's definitely cheating. Even with 2, people are going to be like, are they cheating? How are they cheating? I don't know.
crowd has formed around Hannah as she continues to hit jackpot after jackpot. They look on in awe.
How's she doing that?
She's good.
The tickets come pouring out. The crowd cheers. In a secret room somewhere in the back of the restaurant, a mysterious man watches a wall of monitors displaying the feeds of various security cameras.
I bet the Hatchet Men watch this kind of place to make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. Because if you have the power to cheat, it would make sense that they would, eventually. This might be how the Hatchet Men catch people to plant into trees the most often.
Zeroes in on the screen with Hannah, Ethan, and the crowd around them. He smiles as Hannah hits another jackpot.
Now that's a winner. That's a sea biscuit.
A sea biscuit? What?
Hannah and Ethan stand at the prize cabinet as the
Hannah's birthday is the 10th of the 5th of October, it looks like. Cool.
restaurant manager inspects the printout of their total ticket count.
Let me get this straight. You're telling me you won 20,000 tickets with $20 worth of tokens?
No, I'm saying we got 24,852. So we will be taking that iPad and That big Pikachu.
He points
Oh,
to
the big Pikachu now. That's the win. Oh, the CCTV had the date on it. Ah, I see. That's where you got it. I completely missed that. Thank you. Now we know her birthday. Cool to have, I guess.
the stuffed animal on the wall. Hannah pumps her fist. The manager glares at them as a security guard approaches from behind.
I'm gonna have to ask you two to come with me.
Hannah and Ethan find themselves in a dimly lit back room.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna be like, you're definitely cheating.
The manager stands over them as Ethan shouts.
How could we have cheated? Everyone in this place was watching us the whole time.
All right. Simmer down.
Oh,
in the doorway,
there he is.
The mysterious man from the secret room appears. He tips back his cowboy hat and grins. A gold tooth glimmers.
I was wondering what was in his mouth.
Hank, wrap up that iPad. And the stuffed animal. What else you guys want? Hey, why don't I throw in a remote control car?
I'll never use that. Can I have like a Starbucks gift card instead?
Give that dang car away. Hank, give it.
What, have they been trying to get rid of this? I feel like we're going to hear about this car again at some point in the future.
Cards, 2 of them.
He waves his hand. The manager and security guard file out of the room as he takes a seat across from Hannah and Ethan.
Thanks.
Who is
If there's
this
anything I've
guy?
learned in Vegas,
Is he like the owner of this place?
You gotta take care of the high rollers. Eddie Chaplucky, owner of Pizza Pete's Family Fun Zone.
There we go, owner. Also, okay, so I looked up her birthday, and yeah, she's 15 here, so she was born in 2005. Interesting. Very interesting.
Bought it off of old Pete himself a few months back. Now, some people might say it was a bad investment, and they'd be right if I was looking to turn a profit on this old dump. What I am looking for, however, is you. Hannah Foster.
Eddie Chaplucky's.
Okay, so this whole setup is definitely to find people like her who have the gift. But why? Is he a hatchet man? Or does he want to use their power for something else? Gambling, maybe.
Me?
Well, not you specifically, but someone with your unique set of skills.
What are you talking about?
Tell me, Ethan. Hannah ever do things that are hard to explain? See things that other people can't. Know things that other people don't. Well, you know how many times she won that game out there? Were you counting? I sure was. 78 times. Right in a row. Now, that should be impossible, but I'll tell you, Hannah will win that game every single time she plays. If she wants to.
Okay, yeah, definitely he's here because he wants to use her abilities. Okay. And he's from Vegas, so I'm guessing in Vegas he probably learned about these kind of people. Or maybe not. Maybe, how far away from Hatchetfield are these kind of people found? Is it very Hatchetfield specific? I don't know.
It's
Sorry
your
about
birthday,
that.
right, Hannah? Let me guess, you're 15.
Sorry, give me a moment, guys.
Uh-huh.
She wants you to clean the wheels of the car. There you go.
Yep. That's when it peaks. Most people seem to grow out of it. Some only have a touch of the gift. Hannah.
Wait, that's really interesting. They grow out of it? Why? I mean, I assume Hannah wouldn't grow out of it. She seems to have a really big touch of the gift.
Has the gift.
What? That's what I'm saying.
Learned to spot it. And that's why I bought this place. The kids come for the games, buzzing like little bees round a garden. Oh, but I'm not looking for some harmless bumblebee. I'm looking for a killer. One with that sting.
We're getting a
Puts his chair closer.
We're getting a lot of stinging and bug imagery, huh? This is actually my favorite Nightmare Time episode. It's pretty good so far. Very interesting. Also, welcome to the stream, Valerie.
Looks Hannah dead in the eye.
What if I told you there was a game you could play? A competition where your gift could win you a hell of a lot more than an iPad.
Okay.
As the sun sets, Hannah and Ethan...
So this is definitely gonna lead into that fighting ring stuff, right? Okay. Also, finished my popcorn. So, no more popcorn mouth, I guess.
Ethan take their seats in the back of a stretch limousine. Across from them, Eddie pours himself a scotch from the minibar.
You ever been in a limo before, Hannah? Get used to it.
Hey, where are we going, pal?
Without thinking, Hannah knows the answer.
The roller rink.
Incredible.
Didn't that place close down?
Oh, I assure you, Ethan, business is booming.
Okay, so the roller rink is where everybody fights. That's interesting. And also, Ethan is very much getting more like, okay, whoa, I feel like we're getting dragged along into something very serious very fast.
In a classroom of the Hatchetfield Community Center, a small group of hopeful adults are in the middle of their high school equivalency exam. The silence is broken when a disheveled Lex hurries through the door.
Hi, I'm here. Sorry I'm late.
Oh,
The
man,
test
she
takers
was late?
glare up at her. One of them shushes. Shh. Lex approaches the test facilitator at the head of the class.
Sorry, I got held up at work.
Alexandra Foster.
Yeah.
The facilitator hands Lex an exam.
Whew, good.
Here. Test started 20 minutes ago.
Okay, can I say 20 minutes after?
I mean, yeah, we got that. She's late. You don't gotta be rude about it.
Should I get the full time?
I'm not staying after.
Okay.
Okay.
Lex takes a seat, drops her bag, and readies her pencil.
Better hurry, I guess.
At the top of the exam, she fills in her name and...
Date. What's today's date?
Easiest question on the exam. Not a good sign. It's October 5th.
She's so rude. The date is not really a question, you know? It's just, if you're not paying attention, it's very easy to pass you by.
5th.
She remembers what today is. Hannah's birthday.
Oh, shit! Shh! You shh! Shit!
The stretch
And now she's gonna be thinking about the fact that it's Hannah's birthday for the rest of the test. Really, really unfortunate. Yeah, they say it here, I guess.
To a seemingly abandoned roller rink, the Hatchetfield Rollerama. An enormous bouncer named Bruno opens the car door. Hannah, Ethan, and Eddie step out.
Welcome back, Mr. Chiplucky.
Evening, Bruno. What's the matchup tonight?
Stopwatch versus Spitfire.
Stopwatch and Spitfire. Interesting names.
Waiting for this one.
Both of them make me think of characters from the superhero serial Worm by Wildbow, if anyone knows. If you know, it's pretty good.
Bruno leads the trio to the Rollerama's back entrance. He opens the cracked glass door. From inside the building, music thumps and voices chatter.
It was released on July 22nd. Wow, cool, thank you.
Eddie motions for Hannah and Ethan to head on in. Then he slips a $100 bill into Bruno's breast pocket.
What a tip!
Enjoy.
My goodness.
Inside, Hannah's jaw drops. Hundreds of people in gowns, furs, and fine tuxedos mingle about the darkened venue. Cigars burn. Champagne flows from an open bar. Eddie leads Hannah and Ethan through the crowd.
Who are these people? What is this?
It's the elite of Hatchetfield. These extreme weirdos who are definitely worshippers of the Lord in black. My goodness. Yeah, this was a COVID project. After this, they focused on Nerds Must Die. Wow. And I feel like Hannah might be starting, recognizing this place from her vision.
Ethan, I can tell you, you wouldn't believe it. I know I didn't. But seeing is believing.
Huh? Wait, who are these people then?
The trio comes to the center of the complex. There, the old roller rink has been fashioned into some kind of arena. All around, high society spectators fill the stands. Overhead, blinding lights shine down to illuminate the ring. The huge wooden floor that was once used for skating is now encased by massive panes of bulletproof glass, completely sealed on the top and all sides. In the middle of this giant...
They made a complete cage. My goodness. It's a little well, I'd say it's a little extreme, but I get the feeling these fights get a little extreme as well. So, what do I know? I guess.
Giant tank is a raised platform covered with canvas, lined with ropes, posts, and turnbuckles. Hannah gets the funny feeling she's seen this place before.
Yeah,
Eddie
you did.
For her and Ethan to take a seat beside him in the back of the stands. The house lights dim, and an announcer steps into the ring.
Good evening, ladies
hey,
and
Jeff.
gentlemen. Welcome to the Hatchetfield Rollerama. Tonight, it's a battle between Mother Nature and...
Rollerama. Is that what they... Because it's in a, a skating rink? Is that why they call it that? Incredible. They haven't said no to a season 3 and actually have ideas for all the stories of it. They're just wanting to see Nightmare Time Season 2 get more views and support to make Season 3 financially viable for them. So stuff like this is bringing exposure to the series and actually helps a lot. Oh my god! I'm so glad to be helping even in a small way. As I said in the very beginning, please support the original release. Go check the Team Star Kid out themselves if you haven't. Although everyone in chat I see has, but maybe people who haven't will. Actually, there was also a reading of an episode called Hey Melissa. Yeah, I was thinking of watching Hey Melissa during Nerdy Prince Must Die live stream. I've only seen the end of it, and it was truly disturbing. Maybe we'll watch it today. I don't know.
Time. The fury of the elements goes toe-to-toe with the fourth dimension.
Okay. Yes. I was going to be like fourth dimension, but no, I guess time would be the fourth dimension.
Security guards pull open the double doors. A small, hooded figure steps into the arena.
I hope they have costumes. I think it would be really cool if they had costumes.
In this corner, that titan of time, he takes a licking and keeps on ticking. It's Stopwatch!
The crowd goes wild as
The
Stopwatch
ticking...
removes his robe. He's a kid, no older than Hannah, dressed...
Oh. We're about to watch this kid get beat to a bloody pulp, aren't we?
In a strange, colorful costume with an hourglass symbol on the back. The announcer points to the opposite end of the ring.
And in this corner, the hot-headed human inferno. If you can't take the heat, get out of her kitchen! She's Spitfire!
Oh boy.
From a second entryway, a teenage girl saunters in, her costume covered in orange and red flame designs. She climbs up the platform and hops over the ropes. Maybe a year or two Hannah's senior, Spitfire bounces back and forth on her heels.
Okay, so they're both fairly young. I still get the feeling we're gonna see this the boy get beat. Because, you know, when you're a teenager, a couple of years difference is kind of really major.
His corner of the ring, Stopwatch gulps nervously.
Let the metaphysical mayhem begin!
Stopwatch and Spitfire meet in the middle of the platform. They stare each other down, breathing heavily. A bell dings and the fight begins. Spitfire immediately springs into action, diving at Stopwatch, flipping forward. The back of her sneaker comes crashing down to the mat. Stopwatch dodges, running for the edge of the ring.
What's the rules in this fight? How, like, no hits to the head, no... Or is it just no hold bar, do whatever you want as long as you're the one standing at the end? What?
Spitfire's gaze follows him.
Like,
she takes a
I'm
deep
worried.
breath, focuses her energy, and closes her eyes. In the stands, Ethan can feel a shift in the air. It surges through the crowd. They fall silent as Spitfire tenses. Her eyes burst open, her arm thrusts forward. A red glow ignites in her chest, shoots down her arm, and leaps from her hand in the form of an enormous fireball.
I was a little suspicious that maybe that these guys were gonna have powers. That confirmed it. that can't be a legal move in most competitions.
The flames blaze across the platform, heading straight for Stopwatch. Right before he's hit, he sucks in a chest full of air, jams his eyes shut, and braces himself. The fireball roars past, exploding against the glass barrier between the fighters and the cheering crowd. Ethan winces, but to his utter shock, Stopwatch hasn't been burnt to a crisp. In fact, he's nowhere near the fireball's path.
Did he?
Somehow, miraculously, the kid has switched from one side of the ring to
Wait.
the other. In the blink of an eye,
He jumped through time. I feel like as long as you win, the other person could die and you'd be celebrated. Probably, yeah. Wait, I'm realizing. Does this guy want Hannah to fight in this competition? Oh boy.
Stopwatch has traveled 10 yards, narrowly escaping Spitfire's attack. Ethan is mystified.
That kid just... And she just... And he just...
Whoa.
Whoa,
Spitfire
indeed.
kicks, and the red glow bolts down her leg, through her foot.
I don't think he's brought her here for a fun days out. Yeah, I get the very strong feeling he wants her to fight in this. But also, this would be so cool to watch. Like, it's just like it's like superhero wrestling, which would be so cool.
Like lightning, it cracks into reality, igniting into a stream of white-hot flame.
Uh-oh.
It barrels towards Stopwatch. Again, he swallows a mouthful of oxygen and clenches tight. All at once, the world around him freezes. Spitfire floats suspended.
Oh, we're getting it from his perspective now.
Mid-air. The flames extending from her foot have halted, like a snapshot. Stopwatch opens an eye and eases his body. He walks around the stagnant fireball, right up to his opponent. He wraps his arms around Spitfire's waist. She's a foot taller than he is, but with some effort, he starts to drag her toward the edge of the ring. Of course, all of this is imperceptible to the audience, all except Hannah.
Whoa. Hannah, she's so powerful she can see through the time stop. But also, a thought that I just realized. Hannah mentioned that both of them are like around her age or a couple years older. And the guy, like Chip something, he did say that this ability kind of peaks around 15-ish. And it either goes down or fades away or whatever as they get older. So it makes sense that the fighters are around this age as well.
She alone can see Stopwatch making his move, operating between moments. She watches him struggle to push Spitfire out of the ring. Eventually, his eyes bulge, his face starts to flush. Soon, he can't hold his breath any longer.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So he has to hold his... I guess because in time stop, you can't breathe. The air will not come into your lungs. Everything's frozen, even the air. Although, Hannah seems fine. Maybe... Sorry. Maybe, Nibbly, or was it Pokey? Maybe they just like, No, Pokey is the blue one. I always forget the goat's name. Maybe they just want to mess with the person by making them have to hold their breath.
He exhales, and the world snaps back to normal. The sound of the crowd claps like thunder. A look of shock washes over Spitfire as she finds herself in Stopwatch's grasp. Hannah smiles, explaining.
Can't stop time.
Slowly but surely, Stopwatch is inching Spitfire to the edge of the ring.
That's so cool, though.
Turn up the heat, or is her time up?
Eddie nudges Ethan with his elbow.
Eddie. I'll just call him Eddie.
Now he's little, but how are you supposed to fight a kid who can stop time?
He has to hold his breath to do it. If she knew that, she could beat him.
If
Spitfire
she knew
her
that.
way free and runs for the center of the ring.
Tinky, thank you. Tinky. I can't, I feel like I should be able to remember that, but I always forget it. Maybe because I associate a goat with the letter G overall. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking.
Far from the edges as possible, but she knows it's only a matter of time before Stopwatch wears her down and throws her out of bounds. That's when the thought comes to her. but it doesn't come to her exactly. More like it's given to her.
He has to hold his breath to do it.
Hey, come on. Why would he cheat like
The
that?
sentence rings out in her mind in a voice that's not her own. Her eyes are drawn to the stands beyond the glass barrier. In the back of the crowd, Spitfire spots a girl in a yellow flannel. She makes eye contact with the girl and knows what to do. She closes her eyes and focuses her energy. The red glow in her chest ignites, but rather than expelling it all at once, she lets it seep from within her in streams of smoke.
Ah.
Spitfire out of gas? Is she running on fumes?
Eddie laughs and
Very... a very funny thing, but also... And now she won.
turns to Ethan.
Just like that.
Oh, her fire's crapped out. She's on borrowed time now.
But her plan becomes clear as the air around her turns cloudy. Smoke fills the enclosed fighting ring, and Stopwatch starts coughing. Panic fills his eyes as he realizes he can't hold his breath if he can't breathe.
I just realized. Is she about to burn this guy to death? Like, if she hits him with a fireball, what's gonna happen?
With the rink full of a sooty haze and Stopwatch's powers neutralized, Spitfire marches over and grabs the back of his costume. She yanks
Okay,
him to
no,
the edge
it's
of the
fine.
platform, hoists
Okay.
him over her head, and tosses him from the ring.
Oh.
Stopwatch hits the wooden floor on the old roller rink, out of bounds, and the match is
I
over.
was like, very good move. I was really worried she was gonna just set him on fire and kill him.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. She's burning her way through the competition. Spitfire wins!
Man. That's not fair. That was cheating.
Later, Ethan sits at the bar, still shaking.
What did I just see?
It is a little
Eddie hands
crazy.
him a glass and takes a seat next to him.
Here, have a drink, Ethan. Look, I know it's a lot to take in. These kids can do incredible things. Is it magic, psychic ability? Who knows? Once you get past the initial shock, then hey, you can sit back and enjoy the show.
You know, that's so what a capitalistic view on this. How can they do this? I don't know. Who cares? It's fun to watch. Let's monetize it.
It's freaky.
No, it's profitable.
Eddie motions to the
What I'm saying.
upper-class crowd around them.
You see all these people? These are high rollers. Lots of money changing hands. That girl you saw tonight? Spitfire? Yeah, they found her living in some dump. Family could barely afford to keep the lights on.
Oh.
Now, that kid's a millionaire. Now, if you ask me, I think Hannah should be pulling in that kind of bread.
You want to put Hannah in the ring because she's good at the light-up arcade game? Are you out of your mind?
Ethan. That stuff you saw in the ring, look, none of those kids can do those things outside of here. We got ways of drawing out their powers for the matches.
Huh?
Just for the matches.
Wait, that's so confusing. So, I mean, Hannah could probably do that kind of stuff. But, wait, they have a way of drawing out the power for the matches?
What we look for is potential.
And Hannah has a lot of it.
And Hannah's got more potential than anyone I've ever seen.
I don't know. Seems dangerous.
Well, no risk, no reward.
The crowd parts as security ushers Spitfire into the room and toward the bar.
And Hannah definitely is going to be down for this, considering they're in a lot of debt.
The high rollers see her and start to chant.
Spitfire! Someone get this kid a root beer!
The masses lift
A root
Spitfire
beer.
onto the bar and cheer her name. She's a rock star, a winner, a Seabiscuit. Hannah looks up to her. This girl with
What? A Seabiscuit? What is this? Why? I've never heard of this term before, and now it's been used twice.
gift.
Interesting.
Hannah looks to her.
Does it
and
mean something?
wonders,
What does it mean?
What would it be like to be up there?
What do the words mean? The numbers. Explain them.
Herself. Later that night, Hannah and Ethan return home to their rundown apartment building. They're in the hall, heading to their tiny, miserable unit, and Hannah asks again.
Why can't I do it?
Because you could get hurt, and if that's even a possibility, it ain't happening.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna Google because I'm curious too. Yeah, thank you, please. I've never heard of the term Seabiscuit when it comes to victory. But, yikes. Yeah, Ethan's being so responsible here, and Hannah's not taking it either.
Okay, then I guess I'm never going back to school, because that's where I cut my finger off.
It's not the same, wise guy.
We need that money.
Could you imagine what your sister would say? Oh, hey babe, can Hannah fight some magic kids who can shoot freaking fireballs? She'd kill me.
The two head into the apartment.
I'm guessing Hannah's argument is, just don't tell her.
They find Lex, waiting in the living room with one half-filled balloon floating pathetically by a paper plate topped with a Hostess cupcake.
Oh.
Oh, hey babe, you're home.
Where were you two?
We went to Pizza Pete's for Hannah's B-Day. Oh, we caught you a Pokemon.
He holds up.
Whew. That's... I mean, they probably would have been back in time if, you know, they didn't go to the roller rink. I hope Lex didn't, try to skip through her test because of that, and then fail because of it. Seabiscuit was a champion thoroughbred racehorse in the United States. What? Huh. Seabiscuit was a horse? This term is getting way more confusing than it needs to be. Okay, cool. So it's a really good horse. Winning is a Seabiscuit. Alright, got it. Thank you.
The stuffed animal. Lex sees the bundle of prizes in Hannah's arms.
You went out? And you bought Hannah an iPad?
We won it.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Did you have fun?
Oh. Thank you for the follow, Mary Rose, I think. Ah.
That's great.
Wow, this is...
I'm glad you remembered Hannah's birthday. Would have been nice if you filled me in on the plan this morning.
Babe, you had so much going on. I just wanted you to focus on the test.
And, well, you do know what's best for me.
Oh.
Because...
My goodness, this is such a... That's rough, man. It's like... I don't even know who I agree with on this situation. Like, yeah, she did have a lot going on, so reminding her probably would have stressed her out. But also, not reminding her and having her remember it on her own wasn't the best. You probably should have told her, I guess. Oof. Yes, there is. There's one for you, too, Lauren.
I got to the test. I remembered what day it was. I couldn't concentrate, thinking we both forgot, and I failed.
Well, you don't know that. It always seems worse than it is.
Oh, I know I failed. Because I didn't finish the test. I got mad and ripped it into little pieces. Then I ran across town to Party Zone just as it was closing, but the liquor store on the corner had this one crappy balloon and this cupcake, and that's the best I can do.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess you should have told her then. I get how Lex feels like her mom was trash and her dad was not around, so Hannah is the closest thing to family she has, so to forget her birthday must really sting for Lex. Yeah, I mean, I do get it. How's your Saturday going? Going great, thanks for asking. They should have told her, because now we see exactly what happened because she didn't know. Because she thought both of them forgot. It was best to try to resolve it on themselves, and it was a whole situation. If she knew that Ethan knew, she would have remembered. She'd be like, okay, it's fine, Ethan has it, she can deal with it. That's That's awkward. But, like, how could Ethan have known? I don't know. I feel like, okay, Ethan should have told her, but I do get that it happens, you know?
Happy birthday, Hannah. I'm sorry it's so shitty. I love you. I keep letting you down.
Oh.
And I have to go to bed now because I open tomorrow.
She wipes tears with her sleeve and heads for the bed. The door
That's...
slams. After a moment, Hannah turns to Ethan.
That hurts. And now Hannah has a conviction, and what can Ethan say? You know, and in this situation, Ethan's like, can he really argue when he's seeing how much this is hurting? Are all the stories canon? For this timeline specifically, Season 2, all the events in Season 2, I've been told, take place in a single timeline. The events of Season 1 may all take place in one timeline, or they may be in different timelines. It's unclear. I imagine they're in one timeline, since there's nothing that really conflicts, I don't think. No, wait, no. Ted dying in one timeline and not becoming... So yeah, I guess Season 1 is a little more varied.
Win that money.
But, yes, to the overall story, they are all canon.
Hey. Can't be more dangerous than shop class.
And just like that, Ethan's convinced. Fair enough, I guess.
Days later, Hannah stands in the locker room beneath the Hatchetfield Rollorama. She laces up her knee-high sneakers,
oh boy,
pulls on her elbow pads. She slams her locker shut and finds a kid leaning in the doorway.
Hi, who are you?
Hannah?
She recognizes him.
You're a stopwatch, right?
Yeah, but my real name's Daniel.
Yeah, Stopwatch, the person that you helped lose, by the way. Hello. Welcome to stream, Tori Jerry.
Daniel takes a bite of a candy bar and plops onto a nearby bench.
So what's your power?
I don't know. I'm good at an arcade game.
Lucky? Some powers are good, but some stink. There was this one kid, Benji. He could talk to dogs. Didn't help in the ring, but he could make every dog in town bark at once. It was awesome.
I mean, that's actually pretty cool. Like, I'd love that, to be able to talk to dogs, have a little chat with them. I mean, I imagine they don't have a lot to say, but it'd be nice.
It was pretty cool when you stopped time.
Yeah, I used to be a big shot around here, but now I apparently just get my butt kicked.
Sorry.
I don't mind losing to Spitfire. She's the coolest. She'll probably kick your butt, too.
Alright, that's cool. What, has the secret of his, like, weakness come out, and now that people know that as long as he can't hold his breath, you can beat him? Which, I mean, for Spitfire, I can see how she could take advantage of it. I don't know about other people's powers, though.
Want some of my chocolate bar?
He offers it to her. She shakes her head.
No.
Alright.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Hannah.
He gets up and heads for the door. She calls after him.
You too, Daniel.
Hannah smiles.
Okay.
That was the first time any kid said it was nice to meet her.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, I guess that makes sense, you know? These people are also weird like her. Maybe not as weird, because she definitely has a lot more potential than most others, but it's kind of cool. They can start making friends. Also, I guess that explains why they're so awkward as well. Not a lot of social interaction with their current state.
The moment's cut short when Eddie barges in carrying a big brown bag.
Hey, Hannah!
Okay.
I hear yellow's your favorite color.
From the bag, he retrieves a yellow biker jacket and offers it to Hannah. She spins it around and reads the name sewn on the back.
Yellow jacket.
Okay.
Eddie grins. His gold tooth shimmers.
You ready to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee?
Incredible that... You know what? Actually, I should have realized that from the very beginning. from the very beginning when we heard floats like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Because that's the classic Rocky, you know, you gotta float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I should have known that this was gonna be like a whole fighting thing, just based off that purely. Not gonna lie, this exchanging of physical items between people in Nightmare Time is so well done. Yeah, it is. I've also noticed that. Even though they're on two screens and we know they're not in the same place, it does kind of feel like they are. Because they hand it over and the other person picks it up. Even if the item changes sometimes, like as soon as they grab it, it still kind of feel there's continuity there. It's good. It's nice.
I guess. Mr. Chiplucky, I have never been in a fight before. You have any pointers?
Yeah. Drink this.
From his bag, he takes out a tall glass jar filled with blue liquid, something like a milkshake. He hands it to Hannah.
What is it?
So I'm guessing this is the drink that unlocks their potential. I'm so worried about what this drink might be made out of, though. Because everything we know when it comes to making stuff for them is like human sacrifice. So really, really worrying. Ethan would do anything for Lex, though, so there's a possibility of things going poorly. Whatever he does, he'll definitely go with the one that has the chance of not going poorly. Yeah, that's fair. Especially in season 2, because they learned from season 1. Oh, she's here.
Oh, they cook it up in a lab somewhere. It's called Mind Milk. It's got electrolytes, vitamins, and all the things your brain craves. It's gonna help you unlock your potential.
That's it? I don't know about that. I feel like there's a lot more things in there than just electrolytes. I mean, then again, electrolytes were the power source in Metal Gear Rising. The super soldiers of the futures are powered by Gatorade. Stole that from Maxer.
For about 30 minutes or so. You may not feel like you're ready now, but drink this, or you're gonna feel like Rocky Balboa.
Who?
A crew member pokes into the doorway and calls to Hannah.
Whoa. Oh my goodness. Hearing her say who to Rocky Balboa was... Rocky Balboa was even before my time. But I know about him. My goodness. I feel old.
Yellow Jacket, you're up.
She looks back at Eddie. He grins and points to the mind milk.
All right.
Hannah unscrews the cap, closes her eyes.
Mind milk? I don't like that name.
And downs it.
Uh-oh.
The wealthy
Wait.
crowd wants...
Is this like a Pokey thing again? Because we do have Pokey on the cover of the thumbnail. And we also had the vision of blue in their veins. And in The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, they did put the blue stuff in coffee for people to drink. I wonder. Well, big comment just appeared there. Hannah gets... Oh, okay, just a summary. Thank you for that.
Once more fills the stands. Lights beam down from above. The announcer bellows.
Ooh, okay.
In this corner, hot off her recent victory, that feisty fire starter, Spitfire.
Let's go.
Spitfire stands to one side of the ring.
I'm so excited to see what Hannah's ability is. Maybe it's just pure power.
Stretches her legs, rolls her shoulders.
Tonight, SF takes on a new challenger. Her face is fresh, her powers unknown. Let's find out if she's got a killer sting. It's Yellow Jacket.
Last time she's helping her, now she's fighting her. Yeah, I mean, that's life.
Hannah shuffles into the
You never know who's going to be on the other side of the ring.
All around, the crowd wails.
Come on, bring up your presence.
She spots Ethan, waving his arms and cheering.
Come on, Banana! Yeah!
She climbs into the ring.
He's so nervous.
Spitfire sees Hannah and recognizes her.
It's you.
She stands a head taller than Hannah, frowning down at her.
You know, I didn't need your help the other day.
Oh, come on.
Stopwatch? I would have figured it out on my own. I didn't.
Come on, man. You can't even appreciate the help that you got. I meant Hannah connected to what I said about Ethan having a first fight. If that's the only thing that makes Lex happy. You know what? I guess that logic makes sense. If Ethan's whole thing is about making Hannah, Lex, my goodness, happy, I guess he would risk Hannah a little bit. Complicated.
Spitfire pounds her fists together. Sparks spray from her knuckles.
That's a cool visual.
I'd never think that.
The girls face off for a moment. Then...
Oh, great.
The bell
Wait.
rings and the match begins. The crowd howls.
Wait, Hannah doesn't even know what her ability is yet.
Springs into action. Hannah dives from the taller teen's path. She sprints to the other end of the ring, desperately trying to put distance between herself and Spitfire. Spitfire takes a deep breath.
I think she knows she's powerful. Yeah, but what's her ability?
Focuses. The red glow in her chest ignites. She lunges forward, thrusting her hands in Hannah's direction. The energy explodes out of her in a wave of flame. Hannah watches the fireball heading straight for her, when something clicks in her brain.
Okay.
The blue milk's magic kicks in, and Hannah feels a surge.
Blue milk? I didn't hear that detail before. Okay, so this is definitely a fluid created by Pokey. Pokotho. It's his infection, although I guess he's not taking control of them. I also feel like if Hannah didn't want to, he wouldn't have her fight. Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Surge of power rush over her. All at once, locked doors in her mind burst open. Mental limbs she never knew were there shake off unseen cobwebs and break their invisible binds.
Whoa.
Hannah turns to the approaching inferno and holds up her hand.
No!
When the flames reach her, they split down the middle. They bend around Hannah and harmlessly pass.
Okay.
The fire hits the bulletproof glass surrounding the rink. It burns and dissipates. Hannah stands unscathed at the edge of the ring. She
Wait, that's so... that visual is so cool. She commands it, and the fire shifts around her.
Looks down at her hands in disbelief.
Okay. Not hot enough for you, huh? I'll see what I can cook up.
Spitfire leaps into a spinning kick, sending another blaze in Hannah's direction.
Ooh.
Hannah recoils. The flames burn against the psychic shield she's formed in front of herself. Spitfire's onslaught continues.
So her power is just like pure psychic ability, I guess. Earlier when Ethan got Hannah Pikachu, he called it a Pokemon. Interesting. Maybe relevant.
Leaps and twirls, unleashing a burning barrage that flies at Hannah from every which way. Hannah struggles to keep up as the heat intensifies.
Stop it! Please stop it!
It's Hannah, you gotta attack!
Hannah's survival instincts take over. She lashes out with her mind, shoots a mental thread. In utter panic, she reaches into Spitfire's brain and flips a switch. The flames suddenly cease. Unsure what she's even doing, Hannah watches Spitfire realize her powers have gone.
Oh. So that's... You know, I guess it makes sense. Psychic power. Wow, so Hannah's built diff, huh?
She throws a punch, but no fire comes out. She spins, kicking into the air. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
What is going on? What did you do to me?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're in my head. Not fair.
Okay. Let me try to get out.
Spitfire can feel Hannah's energy shifting
Oh, gosh.
in her brain.
Get out of my head.
She's trying.
Hannah grapples with her own psychic abilities, trying to control them but not knowing how. The mind milk courses through her.
Yeah, 30 minutes is not a lot of time to figure out how to use a complicated ability like this.
Synapses firing, exploding. In vain, she attempts to rip herself from Spitfire's brain.
Probably not the good
Force
idea.
Flings Hannah backwards, knocking her onto the mat. Hannah's gaze falls to the crowd. Unable to stop, she starts reaching into their minds as well. One tuxedoed man watches the match with white knuckles. Hannah can hear his thoughts.
What's wrong with Spitfire? I'm gonna lose my money.
Oh.
A woman hangs off his arm, watching him with disdain. She silently stews.
God, this guy sweats like a pig. As soon as we're married, it's...
Oh, gosh.
Hannah rolls on the ground and her eyes fall to Ethan, whose panicked thoughts echo out.
Oh no, Hannah, please be alright. This was a mistake. Lex is gonna kill me. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Beside him, Eddie glares at Hannah with desperate anger, thinking,
Get up, you little brat!
Hannah's head whips in the opposite direction.
Oh my gosh, this is why I wouldn't want telepathy. There's so many people thinking and thoughts at you, at themselves. It's oh my gosh, it would be so horrible.
It's then she notices something she hadn't before. A private viewing box, back behind and above the stands.
Oh.
The windows are tinted, the room inside is dark, but not empty. Hannah can feel a presence inside. Something vast, something powerful, something more than human.
Pokey watches from the stands? I thought only, well, I mean, I was gonna say, I thought only Nibley could manifest, like, they said he was, like, unique, but I guess, what would humans know about what the Lords in Black can and can't do? Huh. What's he doing here?
Unlike the rest of the crowd, it knows Hannah can read its mind, and it beckons her.
Hello, Hannah.
Huh?
This is a puppet made by Nick Lang? Cool, thank you. Really cool puppet.
While Hannah remains fixated on the private box, Spitfire shakes her head.
Fine. If you won't let me use my powers, I'll use my fists.
As Spitfire marches forward, Hannah can't look away from the darkened viewing room and the presence inside.
Who are you?
That's, well, they might introduce themselves just now.
Rebirth.
Otho.
You'll be with us soon, Hannah.
Come here.
So Pacotho is death and rebirth?
Spitfire rips Hannah out of the moment and back into the fight. She grabs Hannah by the arms and starts dragging her across the mat, toward the edge of the ring.
Let me go!
I will. Right off the edge.
Hannah's eyes go wide.
No, I need this money.
Hannah thinks of Lex, and she knows it's time to start using her gift.
All right, time to attack.
I need to hit you now.
Oh.
She closes her eyes.
What a polite, like, I'm gonna punch you now. Sorry, alright? Nick told a story once he was on a call with one of the cast and nearly burnt the puppet's mask on the oven because he forgot it was there. Oh my gosh. Lucky that didn't happen, I guess.
Focuses. With immense effort, she takes control of her newfound mental limbs. She gathers her strength and strikes.
I'm gonna punch you with my brain.
The foundation of the building moans. The crowd falls silent. And boom. A blast of psychic energy erupts from Hannah's mind. Spitfire is flung backwards, tossed through the air. She slams against the glass barrier between the ring and the stands. The bulletproof shielding cracks as Hannah's mental wave crashes into
Oh my gosh.
Below her, the canvas-covered platform bursts to splinters. The glossy floor of the roller rink singes. The earth...
Yeah, she's definitely on another level compared to everybody else.
Around Hannah quakes, and all of Hatchetfield can feel it. Thud.
Oh.
Spitfire falls to the ground.
They're gonna have to come up with some propaganda being like, hey guys, rest of Hatchetfield, don't worry about that. It was Clivesdale. They had a gas leak. It's like, F Clivesdale. Of course it's Clivesdale.
The wind knocked out of her. Hannah opens her eyes, surrounded by the remains of the ring. The ropes and turnbuckles lying limp amidst a jagged web of debris. She stands and looks around at the bewildered crowd. For a moment, they all just sit there, shocked, awed, afraid. Then, they jump to their feet and howl.
Oh man, that's like terrifying to imagine. Just like seeing this wave of way stronger than anything else that you've seen. Whew. It's like nerve-wracking.
Back in the locker room, Hannah can feel the effects of the mind milk wearing off, but she's still amped on adrenaline, the thrill of victory, the cheers of the crowd, and the praise of a room full of kids.
My question is, without the mind milk, how much of that can she do? Because like because it was described as like, you know, limbs that were covered in cobwebs, not ones that just were born. So you could probably do this stuff without the mind milk, but it probably takes a lot of training. How you're really supposed to do, I guess.
They, the other competitors in this strange secret sport, rush up to Hannah, bombarding her with questions and admiration.
How'd you do that? That was wicked, Yellow Jacket!
Among the flood of pint-sized fighters in colorful costumes,
all right,
Daniel excitedly exclaims,
I was in the bathroom and I missed it, but the room shook and I peed everywhere.
The kids pat Hannah's back and shake hands.
You could be the champ, Yellow Jacket.
That's... I mean, what a way to cheer, I guess.
You could be the champ.
But they all go quiet as the double doors swing open, and Spitfire walks in.
Hey, Spitfire.
She's bruised and bandaged and shaken from her flight across the rink. She stares at Hannah. Hannah swallows, unsure what to say.
Does she get her powers back, by the way, now that they're, like, done? I think she'd be probably as powerful as Miss Holloway if she trained just a little bit. Yeah, with a little bit of training, probably as powerful as Miss Holloway. With a lot of training, way more powerful.
Sorry.
Spitfire approaches her. Eyes are up and down. After a moment, a smirk creeps onto her face.
Okay.
That was some hit, Yellow Jacket.
There we go.
What's your name, kid?
Okay, I kind of figured there'd be like some respect here. They're both fighters, you know. They're here. I'm sure this isn't her first loss, even though she is one of the better ones here.
Anna?
Spitfire juts out her hand, introducing herself.
Sophia.
Yay!
Hannah takes her hand.
They're friends.
You're one of us now. Got it?
Sure.
Good. Now...
In the Witch in the Web, Uncle Wily says she's like a nuclear power plant. So yeah, say she's very powerful. Very much so. And also very dangerous because that power kind of leaks from her. And empowers all the strange stuff in Hatchetfield.
We work hard, but we play pretty hard too.
Oh?
What size skates you wear?
Later, when the high walls are gone and the arena's been cleaned, Spitfire, Daniel, and the rest of the kids skate out onto the glossy hardwood.
They get to actually have fun. That's cute. I like that.
Soon the old rink is alive with music and laughter and the dull thunder of 100 wheels merrily rolling along. Nearby,
I'm so worried how all this is gonna eventually go.
Sit at the bar sharing a drink. Ethan's jaw drops when Eddie hands him a check.
Here's your cut of the winnings.
Holy cannoli!
How much money is it?
Hannah cautiously approaches...
You have to tell me, how much is it? Is the debt paid? If the debt was paid with a single fight, that'd be crazy.
She's never roller skated in her life, but her nerves melt away when Spitfire, Sophia, skids up and offers a helping hand. Hannah takes her arm and joins the other kids in their impromptu party. She falls once or twice, but soon finds herself zooming along with everyone else. She's smiling and laughing with kids her own age. And for the first time in a long time, Hannah Foster is truly happy.
That's so sweet, but also, I know for a fact that it's not gonna last. Oh, also there's like a little thing at the top. Get an album, huh? They got albums that you can buy. Support the original creators. Kind of loud here. Oh wow.
Once upon a time, I discovered this power of mine.
And this one is directed by Shasona Brooks, who is Dylan Saunders, Tom's actor's fiance. Cool, thank you. Use it or lose it. Is that like literal in how the power works? As in, if you don't use it while growing up, if you don't use it, it'll literally just eventually fade. Although that does bring up the question of, all the fighters right now are like teens. What about, why aren't there any older ones? Does it still fade anyway? Or is something more sinister going on? I don't know. Welcome to the stream, Latias Blue. But also, a very reasonable idea. Use it while you have it. Might as well make some money, you know? I gotta say, these visuals are kind of trippy, but also... Well, I was gonna say cool, but also mainly just trippy, though. My goodness. That's cool. Man, discovering that you have that power must be so, like, wild, you know? And very isolating. So this community that they have, like, as fighters, it must be so nice to find people that you can relate to and be like, yeah, we're not freaks. We're actually special, you know?
The next day, Lex is finishing her shift at Toy Zone. She grabs her bag and heads to leave.
Gosh.
At the checkout counter, her boss...
I gotta say, her camera is so laggy. It's genuinely wild how laggy it is. But, I mean, everything else is fine. But I just can't help but notice it.
As Frank Priceley calls out...
Oh, boy.
Excuse me, Alexandra.
What?
Your no good boyfriend called.
And?
Okay.
He left you a message. Wants you to meet him at this address.
He holds up a slip of paper where he's jotted down the info. Lex goes to reach for it, and Frank pulls it back.
He's so rude. Like, come on, Frank. Just, buy Angela a better camera or better internet connection. Either one. Give her, buy her something, man.
You don't get off for another 23 seconds, so you're gonna listen to me.
Oh my
I don't know
god.
what Ethan's up to, if he's planning some kind of robbery or a drug sale, but a boy like that has no business in a place like this.
Okay.
Now you can go.
Lex takes the paper and makes...
My goodness, what a... He's so annoying. I'd be as miserable as Frank if Sherman was my son. You know what? That's very reasonable. That's... But even before that, Frank has a tendency to go from not that annoying to very annoying, depending on if you're his employee or not.
For the door.
But you think about what I said and tell him what I said. Tell him he needs a haircut.
It's...
Will do, Frank.
It's literally none of your business,
Gotta
Frank.
go sell those drugs.
If that's a joke, young lady, I didn't find it funny.
It's kind of funny.
She's gone. Frank shakes his head.
It's tough being a positive role model.
You said it, Dave.
Sherman jump scare. Add that to the daddy counter. Where are we at now? 16? 17?
Frank's adopted son, Sherman, sits by the register, licking a lolly and kicking the display case with his tiny feet.
Aww.
Get off the counter. My boy. My sweet boy.
Careful, Daddy.
I'd love to just go up to Frank someday and tell him Ethan's haircut is fine and whoever he is not a bad person. Would try. What number are we on? I think genuinely we're like 16 or 17 when it comes to the daddy counter. Which, what a terrible counter to have. Oh, man.
Later, Lex arrives at the address Ethan provided. An upscale apartment building filled with luxury units.
Oh, boy.
She reaches the top floor and heads for the penthouse. She knocks on the door and it slowly swings open.
Lex is gonna be so confused. Is like, how did you guys do this? Get this place. You definitely tell Sherman to just grow up. I mean, I would support that, but Sherman might, decide to devour his lifespan if he does that. So it ain't easy being Frank.
From within the apartment, she can hear voices and a loud vroom. She peeks inside.
Wait.
Huh?
Are they playing with the remote control car that Hannah said they would never play with?
The place is massive. The floor-to-ceiling windows look out over downtown Hatchetfield. But the decor is anything but high class. Toys and games of all kinds litter the apartment. And there...
I mean, he's like, honestly, legit 7 right now. Yeah, I mean, sure, Sherman is actually 7. So maybe he is in an influential, like, a state where you can, like, influence him? Maybe. I don't know. Getting rid of Sherman somehow... That's probably the better choice. But also, if you mess up, you get your lifespan stolen and then turn to dust. So... high risk. Very high risk.
In the living room, Hannah zooms across the glossy hardwood in a mini go-kart.
That's even cooler.
She cranks the wheel to one side and screeches...
Literally so much cooler than the remote control car.
...to a stop.
32 seconds, new lap record!
Let's go!
Ethan notices Lex, smiles, and opens his arms.
Hey, babe. Welcome home.
Home? What?
She walks in, baffled. She points to the skid marks left by Hannah's go-kart.
Hannah, get out of there. You're messing up these people's floor.
Lex is... How are they going to explain this to Lex? Are they going to tell her that Hannah is, being a fighter and fighting people for large sums of money? Or what? It's like, we're selling drugs. We're just straight up, we're selling drugs. That's what's actually happening.
It's our floor, babe. She's messing up our floor.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you gotta explain.
I know this is a lot to take in, but we live here.
You gotta explain more.
Money for this.
Babe, I made $100,000 yesterday. We don't have to worry about money ever again.
Ethan.
You have to explain, Ethan. You can't just say this stuff.
How did you make $100,000?
He's anticipated this question and crafted the perfect cover.
Oh boy. Guys, just off the top of your head, what do you think Ethan's explanation for how he made $100,000 is? Clearly, he's not going to tell the truth because it's a cover. Is it going to be he got a job, drugs, or he won the lottery? Crypto? You know what? crypto is genuinely a great explanation.
The stock market, babe. It split.
I knew it. I knew it was gonna be the stock market.
My shares went through the roof.
What does that mean?
It means
You know, the fact that Lex doesn't know actually makes it a pretty good, like, lie.
we're rich.
She looks around at all the toys and games.
Is that a bounce house?
Yeah, and the arcade's over there, and the fridge is stocked with pizza and ice cream.
Have you guys paid off the medical debt? Please. Have you at least paid off the medical debt first?
How much did this all cost?
$25K. No big whoop.
You made $100,000 and you spent a quarter of it on games and pizza? Ethan, you're a genius!
You know what? See, immediately spending money becomes way less stressful when you have a lot of it. Like, you know, maybe if they spent like $100 before, that would have made her so angry. But here they are, they're rich. Now, my worry is that by the end of all of this, they're still gonna owe like $20K because they haven't paid off the medical debt. So I really hope they do that.
At night, after hours of junk food and Nintendo, Lex tucks Hannah into her brand new waterbed. Outside a wall of windows, starlight mingles with the twinkling embers of the city below.
Wow.
Hatchetfield has never looked so beautiful. Lex kneels by the bed and smiles at her sister.
So, Hannah, do you like your new room?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
So, she's so smug.
She tussles Hannah's hair and sighs peacefully.
Are you happy, Lexi?
Are you kidding? They say you can't buy happiness. They're full of shit.
They just paid.
You bought it, banana.
They're true. I mean, money can't buy happiness, but it's a lot better to cry in a Lamborghini than on the street. So, hello Snorlax. Welcome to the stream. What will I do when there's no more nightmare time? Best norm. That's a really, really good question. I'll probably go through the rest of the musicals that Team Star Kid has on YouTube. And after that, I don't know. Maybe start recommending stuff in the comments about what I can watch after Nightmare Time. I'd really appreciate it, guys.
We cleared the shelves.
Yay.
Once Hannah's sound asleep, Lex joins Ethan in the master suite. She kicks off her boots as he lays out his grand plans.
So, it's mainly a putting green right now, but, you know, put a basketball hoop over there, picture of my mother over there. Could be a decent bedroom.
Where's the bed?
Oh, I knew I forgot something.
That's okay.
Wow. My most viewed series. I know, we're at 11 people. Thank you everyone for being here. Rewatch Nerdy Prudes Must Die with all this. You know what? I actually did, in the summoning clip, I actually was thinking of going from, because I said I was going to watch The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals again. So react to that, then react to, maybe I'll just go through the Hatchetfield trilogy again, but with all my knowledge now. I don't know. I think it would be way more interesting now that I have all this knowledge and stuff. That could be fun. On YouTube as well. Dip it in too. Alright.
There is the bounce house.
Yeah, I guess we could sleep in there.
Who said anything about sleeping?
Ayo?
Alright.
Oh boy. Money.
Lex and Ethan lay
Money resolves a lot of situations.
in the bounce house, wrapped in a blanket. She nuzzles into his chest. He gazes down at her.
I love seeing you smile. I live for that.
You make me smile.
All of this is...
Me? Or the money?
Well, you made the money.
It was a joint effort.
I will say, all of this is so sweet. It's my heart. I really love it. But it's just making me nervous. You know? Like, I'm getting increasingly... I'm, like, waiting for when everything goes bad. Because I know it will. We still have, like, 40 minutes left. So I'm like... the nicer things are, the more I'm like, okay, how is this going to go bad?
Me and Hannah. And, you know, the stock market.
The stock market.
Hannah helped?
Oh, yeah. Hannah, she's a natural with the stocks.
Ah.
Lex lays her head back down.
A pretty decent lie. And honestly, she might be a natural with stocks if she just, like, predicts. It's like, use my powers. What will the stock win? Yeah, invest in Apple. There's also some TCB shows they could watch. It's a sister company of Star Kids, and there are many overlapping actors. There's also Shipwrecked. Amazing. Sounds really cool. I would love to see that.
Thinks for a moment.
Now that we can afford it, I think I want to take Hannah back to St. Damien's.
What for?
I'm just thinking about that blackout she had. She sees things. She still talks to Webby. I just want to get her checked out.
Ethan's thoughts return to the roller rink, the matches, the kids with powers.
Lex.
Yeah, okay, so this is actually a very reasonable thing for Lex to say, you know? She hasn't gotten her sister mental health because they just couldn't afford it, which is a sad truth in a lot of the U.S. A lot of people can't get help because they can't afford it. But also, they kind of need her to, like, be free so that she can use those mind powers.
Human mind is a mysterious thing. Nobody really knows how it works.
Pretty sure doctors do. Surgeons.
I mean, they know, like, the physical stuff, but it's so complicated.
Yeah, they know about some stuff, but not everything. Like ESP or precognition.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying, what if Hannah has some kind of superpowers or something?
That is a bit of a non sequitur. You know what? Ethan's a genius. I'm sure he has this.
Like, what if somehow Webby is real?
She's not.
Yeah, but how do you know?
I know.
How do you know?
Because Webby used to be my imaginary friend.
You used to see Webby?
Well, I pretended to.
That's not...
I was a lonely kid.
That's not how imaginary friends work at all. Well, I guess they could work like that, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. You don't just pass them on.
She used to play with me. Then I grew out of her. Hannah must have seen me and picked it up.
Ethan remembers something Eddie said. Most people seem to grow out of it. He nods and smiles at Lex.
Alright.
Well, maybe Hannah will grow out of it too. Maybe when we're happy, she won't need Webby anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, they're like he's just dancing around the fact that, yeah, this is a little more complicated than you think. But man. Huh. It's nice that he's trying to, like, probe the ground to be like, what if... if I told her the truth, like, how willing is she to take it in? Turns out not very, but like, who would be? You know, ESP and that kind of stuff is pretty, you know, publicly accepted as just not being a thing. So it makes sense that she wouldn't be too convinced by it.
Outside,
Even the possibility.
the stars burn. Elsewhere, in a darkened room somewhere beneath Hatchet...
What a intimidating way to say the stars are out. The stars burn. Like, objectively true, but... Oh boy.
...field, a mysterious presence waits, biding its time. Bang, bang. There's a knocking at the heavy metal door.
Those
It slides
eyes.
open, and a sharp-faced man saunters inside.
Hey there, champ. How the heck are you? Heard you watched the match the other day.
Oh, he's the champion. He looks so good. Yeah, I'm like seeing his giant eyes, the mask. And like, it's pretty clearly like a puppet as you look closer, but it's so cool. So he's the champion. I guess Pokotho has decided to make him his champion. And he's working directly through this guy.
The competition?
Will he work through Hannah if Hannah beats the champion?
I love it. So, who do you want to fight next? We're thinking Spitfire.
Spitfire is irrelevant. Once we fight Hannah Foster, all of this will be irrelevant.
See, it worries me when you say cryptic things like that, pal.
You have nothing to fear from us, Charles.
What an honest thing. Like, hey man, I love your vibe, but wow, does it stress me out when you say stuff like that. Like, vibe, love it. Cryptic statements about the end of everything? Slightly less into that.
I got one or two dead employees that might disagree with you on that, kiddo.
Dead employees, huh? So Charles, or Charlie here, you may recognize him. He's actually in the Nerd Prudes Must Die Hatchertown song. Oh, I didn't notice.
I like you. I feel a real bond between us. And Lord knows you came with a hefty price tag. Some serious treasure. But you gotta understand something. I value my own life above all treasure. It's priceless. I can't imagine being without it.
Bro, don't like antagonize. I mean, he antagonized you first, but don't antagonize back the person who probably will kill you if he's killed multiple employees before. I like how Pokey always talks in plural. Same in the guy who didn't like musicals. Oh my god, you're right.
Surprises or veiled threats like that. And I press the button.
The button?
He holds up a small detonation device, running his thumb over the trigger mechanism.
Then that little bomb in your head goes boom boom, buddy.
That will never happen, Charles. I enjoy our partnership.
Well, you just said I enjoy our partnership, so... I don't know.
We have such a wonderful rapport.
Good.
Okay.
Good treasure.
Good, I guess.
He turns and heads for the door.
Sometimes, I guess.
Back.
Hey, I'll see what I can do about getting you to fight Yellowjacket. In the meantime, Spitfire is coming in hot.
Ha ha ha.
Defend that title, champ.
Days later, Ethan stands at the counter of a jewelry store.
Ah, here you are, sir.
Is he gonna buy a ring?
Has removed an
Yay!
ring
An engagement
from the display case, holding it up for Ethan.
That's so nice.
Oh yeah.
Now that they have the money, they can get married.
Hey, you got anything shaped like a heart?
It's an engagement ring, sir. Keep it classy.
Right.
Fair enough. But
What about a skull and crossbones?
that would be sick. That'd be a sick engagement ring. It does rain in the U.S., Lorem. When he says us, I think he's referring to the hive mind. Yeah, that's kind of what I figure. I love that for them. Yes, for Ethan and Lex.
Back at their
Very
fancy
classy.
apartment, Hannah sits lazily in her mini go-kart, parked inches away from a huge...
Yeah, no, I genuinely do think Lex would like a Skull and Crossbones engagement ring.
Lex darts about, gathering her things.
Hannah, don't sit that close to the TV. You're gonna ruin your eyes. So back it up, bitch.
Hannah rolls her eyes and puts the cart into reverse. Ethan returns home. He approaches Lex, working up his nerve.
She really likes that go-kart, man. Just like, back it, beep, beep, beep. But to be fair, if I had a go-kart like that and I had a big house, I would use it everywhere as well. Stop that sound in the background. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me resolve that real quick. I hope that helped at least a little bit. I'm very sorry.
Hey, Lex, can I ask you a question?
Make it quick. I'm late for work.
Okay, sure. So, I've been thinking about you and me. Been together for a while.
To be fair, she's about to go to work. This might not be the best time. You could probably find a little more, like a better vibe or such a time for. It's fine.
I don't like anybody better than you. No, I don't think you like anybody better than me. And if you do, they're dead.
He's struggling. The TV is distracting him.
Hannah, can you turn that down? You know what? I want you to remember this. Let's go in the kitchen. It's nice in there.
Moments later,
okay.
They're in the kitchen.
Okay. This is better. Just ignore the dishes. I'll do them later. Because, you know, I'm your...
Go, Ethan. But man, is this not going well. You gotta set up the vibe a little more than this, you know?
Man.
Well, I would say.
I love you. I honor you. So, what would you think if we... You know...
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Ding dong. The apartment's doorbell rings.
Alright. Well, we'll do this another day, I guess.
He tries to push forward. He takes Lex's hand.
Alexandra Foster.
Full name?
Would you make me the happiest guy in Hatchetfield?
Ding dong. The bell rings again.
I'm gonna get that.
No, I'll get it.
Ethan pulls open the front door.
What?
Standing in the hall is Eddie.
Hey,
He
Eddie.
tips back his
Been a
hat.
minute.
His gold tooth sparkles.
Hey, big spender. Spend a little time on me.
Hey, Eddie. 1 second.
They probably don't want him to be... They don't want Lex to know. His brain's not braining. This is perfect for the two... You know what? You're right. This is probably... If he actually got to finish his, like, proposal, this probably would be perfect for them. If he finished it.
Ethan turns back to Lex, who stands at the end of the hall, stuffing things into her bag.
Who's that?
It's my, stockbroker.
Whoa.
Ethan squeezes out into the hall and softly closes the door behind him.
Never mind that.
What's up?
Yellow Jacket up for another match? There's one pretty sweet pot on the line.
We're kind of in the middle of something here, so...
I mean, I think you're gonna have to agree, because after you do one fight, and she dominated that fight, so the next fight probably will go easy as well, as far as they're aware. And also, $100,000 is good, but once you start spending like they're spending, it goes away fast. Just how normal amounts of money goes away really, really fast.
I'm ready.
The front door bursts open, and Hannah comes marching out.
There's my little star.
Oh boy.
Let's go size up your opponent.
He puts a hand on Hannah's shoulder and starts leading her toward the elevator.
Lex is gonna come out and be really...
Wait.
Now?
Now?
Ethan pokes his head back into the apartment.
Hey, Lex, we're all going down to the local stock market just to peruse for,
Local stock market? This ain't New York. This is Hatchetfield. You guys don't have a local stock market
investments.
building.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be at work all night. What did you want to ask me?
We'll get to it later.
Yeah. All right.
At the Hatchetfield Rollerama.
If Lex ever looks up, like, where's the stock market place that you guys go to? I can't find anything. They'd be like, oh.
The crowd mingles, drinks, and places their bets on the upcoming fight.
This lie is not going
when
well.
The double doors open and Hannah struts in, she's cheered like a bona fide celebrity.
It's Yellow Jacket!
Yellow Jacket! Yeah!
It's him!
She waves to her fans and crosses the room to a roped-off section of the stands where the other kids are sitting. They see her and light up.
There we go.
Hey, guys.
You here for Sophia's match? She's taking on the champ.
I hope she kicks his butt.
The
champ?
Hey, Hannah.
This is gonna be really bad, actually. I feel like we're about to watch Sophia get, like, murdered on stage.
Over here.
She turns to find Eddie waving her down. She takes a seat in the back by Eddie and Ethan. The crowd files in around them. In the enclosed rink, Spitfire stretches, looking anxious. Hannah can feel Sophia's gut fluttering, her fear growing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen her bring in the heat. Tonight, Spitfire takes on the undefeated champion of the ring, the Lord of the Leaderboard.
Lord?
That masked menace here to give his opponents the blues. It's Otho!
This music. Incredible that they went with Otho. Literally like Pocotho. It's just took off the poke part. Also, this is... I got a really bad feeling about this, guys.
The doors to the locker room slowly open. Shivers run down Hannah's spine, and her eyes go wide. Gliding toward the ring is a boy with pale skin and thick blue veins. Hannah knows him. She's seen his face before. No, not face.
Oh my gosh, the eyes and mask. It's so... The way the eyes just, like, move, like the eyelids, it's so unnatural.
Mask.
And he doesn't
Strange,
ever quite
stone-like
blink.
Mask, with round eyes and an open mouth. Pain shoots down her arm and throbs in her finger. She remembers her vision from shop class. This boy, Otho, climbs up the platform, over the ropes, and into the ring.
The wind is, like, blowing on him, on his, like... Because, like, his hair's, like, slightly moving a bit. Which gives, like, such an ethereal vibe now. My goodness.
Behind him, another boy follows.
Oh.
He, too, wears the same eerie mask, but Hannah also knows him. It's the boy with the bloody nose. The figures move in unison, as if controlled by a singular...
Wait. Huh? Honestly, the puppet is even more disturbing than the Lumberjack's one to me. Something about the eyes. No, I get that. The Lumberjack's one is, like... It's like a classic kind of creepy. This one is... It's disturbing, the way he stares at you. And okay, so the vision that Hannah got was a fight that was probably happening at that exact moment. But yeah, it's such a cool... Also, welcome Audie and Saga to the stream. And after getting beat, now this other boy is bound. Pocotho really likes hive minds, huh? I'm mostly trying to find a way to put this on the stage somehow. I think it would be so awesome. Movie wouldn't be as difficult. I'm trying to find a way to stage this. It'll never happen. Yeah, I figure it wouldn't happen on a stage, but if it did, it would be so cool. Oh my gosh. Just imagining a stage performance of... it would be so cool.
They meet Spitfire in the middle of the ring and wait for the bell.
Is this 2 against 1? That's not fair.
Ethan turns to Eddie, pointing to Otho and his double.
How's that fair? There's 2 of them.
Not 2. 1.
I guess that's how it's fair. Oh, yeah. Pokey really is all about making people one, which is so... Rebirth. Death and rebirth. Well, I mean, we know that becoming infected with the virus in the guy who didn't like musicals is a death-like process. And you're reborn as part of the hive.
The bell dings. Spitfire flings forward, running for Otho. The two boys peel off in opposite directions, their movements synchronized with impossible precision. Their paths differ, but their feet fall as one, like separate appendages of a larger organism. Sophia can't follow them both. They circle around her and attack from behind.
Oh gosh.
One boy dives for her legs. She jumps over him and quickly ducks as the other pounces at her head. Spitfire...
Man, this is so rough. It's all fighting 2 against 1 is already like a massive disadvantage. Like numbers are crazy, like multipliers when it comes to like, you know, fights like this. And having them work together perfectly as well, she's essentially screwed. Like trying to portray their powers and making it look real would be so awesome. You'd have to use like a bunch of practical effects, and I feel like it would be really dangerous, and you'd have to practice a ton to get any practical effects to be safely used on a stage while the musical is playing and everything's happening. It would be really cool, but that sounds like it'd be kind of really dangerous to get right. The time stop one actually would be pretty easy, and I think would be really cool on stage. But the fire one is a lot more complicated.
Slides to one side of the ring as Otho regroups on the other. Sophia breathes, focuses her energy. If she's going to win, she has to take out both of Otho's bodies at once. She crouches, readies herself. As the two masked figures take off in her direction, Spitfire twirls. She thrusts her heel into a roundhouse kick.
Ooh.
The red glow explodes out her foot. A tidal wave of flame crashes across the ring. Beating on the glass barrier of the arena, the crowd shields their eyes.
Wait, that's a surprise. This is going pretty well for her, honestly. How does it go bad?
From the burst of light. When the smoke clears, Ethan's jaw drops. Spitfire stands breathless. Her attack should have forced anything in its path off the fighting platform, and it has, in a way. She is the only one left inside the ring, because the two forms of Otho are floating high above it.
They can fly?
Sophia looks up in terror.
Well, that's not fair. But also, flight is... I feel like the people have become aware of how incredible flight is as a fighting ability. You can attack from angles that other people can't really attack from. And a big one, you are your own leverage. Because a lot of fighting is getting the proper leverage, like to kick off and punch off. You don't need any of that. When you punch with your full body, you don't need the ground to support you. You can support yourself with your flight. Just come back in, but Nick mentioned one of the things he likes about Nightmare Time was being able to write stuff that might not work on stage, but can work in this format. Like the scene with the Watcher World where Bill and Alice are stuck on a roller coaster at the top of the ramp. It's one of the reasons why these will probably never come on the stage. Yeah, it's so cool. It's a very impressive usage of the format that they were limited to. They've taken full advantage of it, which is so impressive. And you can see that as they've gone from the first episode to all the way here, they've gotten way better at using it. Maximizing the fact that it's digital and it's on screen and they can pull all this stuff together and edit it in post-production. And it's so... I love it. It's just part of the amazing talent at Team Star Kid.
As the masked fighters glide through the air, descending upon her. She turns to run from the ring, and the boys swoop down. Hannah gasps.
No, Sophia.
As one boy grabs her arms from behind, the other lands on the mat in front of Spitfire. This Otho, the one with pale skin and blue veins, slowly marches forward.
What is he gonna do?
Sophia trembles and falls to her knees.
Is he gonna infect her?
Otho takes her face in his hands. Tears roll down her cheeks as a piercing tone fills her ears. The round eyes on Otho's mask begin to glow, brighter and brighter as the noise intensifies. Ethan turns to Eddie.
What's he doing to her?
Hannah's fists clench. Her anger swells. In her mind, she calls to Otho, warning him.
She's my friend. Don't you dare take her.
Otho turns to Hannah and cocks his head.
Stop me.
But Hannah can't. Despite all her effort, she can't push Otho from Sophia's mind. He's too strong.
Dang.
If only she could access the power she had the other night. When she had the mind milk. When she made the earth itself quake.
She needs the milk. She needs the milk to unleash her powers. Oh, no. Or maybe she needs Webby. Webby, who we haven't seen since the beginning. What is Webby even up to?
Now, all she can do is watch as Otho turns back to Spitfire. Sophia screams. Her pitch shifts until it and Otho's piercing tone are one and the same. A perfect harmony. Sophia's expression goes blank. Her eyes glaze over. She's not Sophia anymore. Otho lets go of her head. She slowly stands and makes her way to the edge of the ring. In his seat,
yeah,
Eddie sinks.
That's kind of what I expected. There's no Sophia. There's just Otho.
Damn. There goes another one.
Spitfire, or Otho's third form, hops over the ropes and out of bounds. Game, set, match. Otho wins.
Oh.
The boy turns to Hannah. The glow fades from his mask's empty eyes. Without speaking, he tells her.
Wait, so when he does this, does he just get to keep them and they're just like permanently gone and he only limits himself to having one assistant? Because I feel like he probably has a ton of people that he's claimed that could be, fighting in the ring. But I feel like after like just 3 people, it gets a little crazily unfair. Valerie, let's say Webby's doing just fine so far. I mean, I'm sure she is. She might be not very happy that Hannah's taking the mind milk, though.
I'll take them all. I'll eat them, Hannah. I'll eat them right the fuck up.
There's something goofy about the way the Lords in Black talk. They're always like, I'll blank the F up. But the way they say it, and the fact that for a fact they can do whatever they're saying that they can do, takes it from that kind of inherently goofy side to, oh, they're going to do that.
At the empty bar, Eddie throws back a shot of whiskey and explains to Ethan.
They say some kind of experiment. Scientists went into space and landed on a meteor and brought back something with them.
Okay, whoa, wait, that's massive. So, outside of the timelines where Hatchetfield gets infected, and the guy who didn't like musical, that meteor is just up there. It's just there. Oh my gosh, and it has the material, probably created by Pokey. Nightmare Time, unlike the others, Nibbly will eat you. And also, Wiggly and Pokey's threats for no reason be like, I know, right? They're very direct and clear. So, okay, the meteor's just there. I'm guessing in some timelines, it gets just a little too close to Earth and starts falling. Lands in Hatchetfield, of course. While in other timelines, it just stays there. And, of course, in this one, scientists sent somebody up. And they brought something back.
A substance. And they spliced it with human DNA. Why? In a lab.
Why, though?
First, he could just control his opponents.
The question is, why would he even do that?
Mess with their minds. Then, about a month ago, he pulls out this new finishing move.
Okay, that answers my question about, I figured that he was like a Pokemon trainer. He would limit himself to only a certain amount of people. No, this is just a new thing that he's unlocked.
He absorbs them. Becomes them.
He kills them?
Well, not technically. Their hearts are still beating. They eat. They breathe. But nobody nobody's home.
Ooh. Which is murder.
What would ever possess someone to let their kid into the ring with that thing?
I mean, it's definitely still murder, even though the body's alive. I describe, you know, ego death as just as bad, if not worse, than normal death.
Treasure. Good treasure. And great coin.
Oh,
Approaching,
Charles.
flanked by bouncers and bodyguards, is a sharp-faced man. His suit's expensive, his smile's unnerving. He grabs Ethan's hand and shakes it fiercely.
How you
Rude.
doing, Ethan? My name's Charles, but I want you to call me Chuck. Is that all right with you?
No.
Hey, love the jacket. I'm gonna get one myself. We'll be twins.
Who's this clown?
Thank you so much, Ethan. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Ethan, watch your mouth.
He really has that that vibe.
Hey, yeah, he didn't mean anything by it, Chuck. He's just a dumb kid.
Hey, Eddie, could you do me a favor and get your nose out of my ass? It's uncomfortable. Go take a walk.
I thought we were going to talk business.
Ethan and I have business, Eddie. You found me a good one, and now I don't need you, so take a walk right out of town.
The bouncer places a huge
Wow.
hand on Eddie's shoulder.
Yeah, again. He's like the worst kind of person. He's but honestly, you could tell just from the way he's talking.
Say goodbye to Eddie.
Where are you taking me?
Bruno and a few armed bodyguards lead Eddie outside.
You'll never see him again. Now, Ethan, I know you're a very busy man, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. So I'm going to make this short and sweet. How much?
How much what?
Money. Moolah, cash, dinero. Treasure. Good treasure. What'll it
Why do you call it treasure? Like, yeah, sure, it's money and it's treasure, but like, why do you say that? It really annoys me for some reason.
take to get your yellow jacket in the ring with my boy Otho? Now, I'm not talking prize money. I'm talking a personal gift. No strings attached. How about a cool 10?
10?
Ah, you caught me trying to lowball you. 10 million is certainly not enough. 30?
You're offering us $30 million? That's way more than the prize money.
I don't care about prizes, Ethan. I'm here for R&D. Otho was a very big investment, and
Oh boy. Yes, sir. You're implying you're about to off an employee definitely makes me want to work with you. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I mean, only the best business partners are willing to kill their business partners. Makes it very trustworthy. Oh my goodness. But 30 million, that's a lot of money. That's a crazy. But here's the thing. If you win, will you still get that money? Because I feel like if they fight, it's not going to be a normal fight. It's going to be to the death. Hopefully Hannah wins. But if you kill this big investment, as Charles was saying, I feel like this guy who definitely just killed an employee would probably not let that slide, to be real.
I want to see just how powerful he really is. Hannah's got something. She might even win. You and Lex are millionaires either way.
Listen, buddy. I love Hannah like she was my own kid. No amount of money could convince me to let this fight happen.
You sound just like Spitfire's dad. He broke it.
Oh boy. Here's the thing. Ethan's actually responsible when it comes to protecting Hannah. I realized that I like the word actually. Yeah. He is responsible enough. It's a little irresponsible to let her join this fighting ring at all, but also Hannah's strong. They really need the money. So it's not unrealistic. But this fight where there's an actual real threat of not only she will die. Sure, not technically death, but she will die if she loses. That's completely different from any other kind of thing. He broke at 50 million. Okay, but the reason I paused and the reason I wanted to point this out is that for a lot of people there is a point where there is enough money. There's two types of people. People who will eventually break and people who just won't. And for the people who will eventually break, like $1 quadrillion around there is where anyone who will break does break. And anyone who goes past that just isn't gonna break ever. Because no amount of money will be enough for them. 50 billion is way lower than that.
Get 50 million. Would that do it?
As more guards creep in from all around, Ethan turns to Charles, making his stand.
It could be 50. It could be 60. I still wouldn't ever.
Then something goes funny in Ethan's brain.
Huh?
Thoughts that aren't his push their way through his cerebellum and out his mouth. He's lost control, and someone else has taken the wheel. Someone with a counteroffer.
100.
100 million.
Wait, what? That's not fair! Come on, man! What the heck? Yeah, Ethan... Oh my gosh. Pokey's a cheater. But I guess what can you expect from the Lords in Black, huh? Never mind. I know, right? He's like, he's not... So, yeah, Ethan's definitely not letting this happen. Boom. Immediately.
Done. Don't spend it all in one place.
In the locker room beneath the arena,
oh gosh,
Hannah's eyes roll forward as she retreats from Ethan's mind. She's never taken control of someone on purpose before.
Wait, oh my god, it wasn't Pokey, it was Hannah! Hannah, what the heck are you doing?
Maybe her powers are growing. Maybe desperate times call for desperate measures.
Wait, that's cool. She did that even without the mind milk, which maybe with the mind milk she'll get even stronger. She wants revenge. Yeah, that makes sense, but also, come on. At least they'll be millionaires, I guess, assuming Hannah wins.
In any case, she wasn't going to let Ethan stop her from taking on Otho, from getting revenge.
Oh, perfect. They said it right there.
A crewman leans in the doorway, handing her a...
Glad that we got outright confirmation.
Bottle of frothy blue mixture.
Yellow Jacket. Mind milk. Fights in 15.
Hannah takes...
I don't know why. The term mind milk really grosses me out. I do not know why. Oh boy.
Then she feels a familiar presence flood the room.
Oh. There you are.
Hannah turns to find the ethereal image of a woman with long white hair.
It's been it's been a minute, Webby. And it's gonna be a minute more because I hate to pause, but I have to go to the bathroom. You guys know the drill. I'll be right back. Imagine the outro music that is going to this tune. See you in a bit. Oh boy. Sorry. Sorry about stepping away so suddenly. Let's see. Hannah's the main character who has power to control people's minds. There are other kids who also have powers that they're doing these fights to win money and have a good time together, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's essentially the reason. Money, fame, friendship. Lots of pretty good reasons, honestly, to fight and use their power stuff. Although, okay. Hannah's powers... all their powers are essentially just to reach into the black and white, I'm pretty sure. And I guess how it manifests depends on, I don't know, belief, perhaps. What the mind milk gets for them. Alright. Let's go. Let's see what Webby has to say.
Hannah, what do you think you're doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Don't you see? That vision you had when you cut your finger, he sent it. He's been baiting you, luring you. It's been his plan all along to get to you. You can't fight him, Hannah. I won't allow it.
Hannah slams her locker shut.
He took Sophia. Who's next, Daniel? How many should I let him kill?
If he takes over your mind and gets your power, he'll kill all the kids. Everywhere. He's contained in Otho now, trapped in a human shell. Absorbing you will set him free. And if he's let out...
Okay. So, interesting. I guess his whole idea... the reason why there's this liquid where he is... that was his plan to invade the world. In this timeline, it didn't work. It got found by humans instead of the meteor. The meteor never fell. Humans got it. They implanted it into a human and trapped him there. Maybe on purpose. Maybe just experimenting for some reason. Huh. Interesting. So this is Pokey's way to influence the world. Everyone needs to have a vector. For Wiggly, it was the toys. And, okay, interesting. It was the greed related to the toys, I guess, specifically, but... Alright, let's move on.
Nothing can stop him. It's happened before.
In a different
If I'm
timeline.
so powerful, then maybe I'm the only one who can stop him.
No, Hannah. You just want to win.
I mean, I was gonna say reasonable logic about if you're told that you're really strong, so I guess who else can stop him? But also very, very good counterpoint.
You like being Yellow Jacket.
I do. For the first time in my life, I have friends. I have money. Lex is happy. I'm finally using my power in a way that's helping me, and now you want me to stop?
You're walking right into his trap.
Yeah.
I'm more powerful than Otho. And I'm more powerful than you.
Hannah cracks open the bottle of...
Oh, boy. I doubt it a little bit, to be honest with you, Hannah. I don't think you're more strong than a Lord in Black.
Mind milk
Wiggly
and
toys,
chugs
yeah.
it. Immediately, she feels the effects. The power coursing through her. Webby feels it too.
Don't push me out, Hannah.
Go away, Webby. I don't want to see you anymore.
With unbelievable strength, Hannah forces Webby back. Psychic energy radiates from the girl, enough to push an elder god, a queen in white. Webby starts to slide.
Wait, okay, a queen in white? Does that mean there's more queens in whites? Or is there only this one? Curious. But also, wow, Hannah is strong! So, using her full power, which can only be accessed with mind milk, right now at least, she can push back an elder god. That's so cruel. That's so cool.
Slide across the floor. Her feet skid and squeak on the linoleum as Hannah banishes her.
Hannah, no.
But Hannah's too strong.
Although, yeah, wow. She's actively like resisting, and it can't, and it's still pushing her back. That's crazy.
Webby loses her grip in the girl's mind. The invisible threads of her cosmic web slip and snap. Hannah pushes the presence out of the locker room and out of the roller rink.
The web snapping sounds way more dangerous than anything else. She locks Webby out. Uh-oh.
Slams the door shut and locks Webby out.
Of her mind or of...
In his own private chamber, the thing trapped inside Otho feels the exchange. He feels Webby's absence, and beneath 3 stone-like masks, 3 mouths smile. The heavy metal door creaks open, and Charles steps in.
Hey, good luck out there, champ. Oh, and remember, I got my thumb on the button.
Charles...
Literally, this is like the worst scenario. She locked Webby out? Why? Why did you do this? You're one person who actually really wants to help you here.
Holds his detonation device.
Who can? Maybe.
3 sets
I don't know.
of eyes narrow, fixated on it. Back in the ring, Hannah stands in her corner as Otho's 3 forms climb into theirs. She watches each one. There's the boy with the bloody nose, Otho's first victim. There's Sophia, and there's Otho himself, with his pale skin and thick blue veins.
Do you recognize that theme in the background? I sure do. This is from the intro of The Guy Who Didn't Like Musical, the very first song. Of course I recognize it. I know. I'm like, wait. And you can hear it building up. I love that.
Stands in her corner as Otho's 3 forms climb into theirs. She watches each one. There's the boy with the bloody nose, Otho's first victim. There's Sophia, and there's Otho himself, with his pale skin and thick blue veins. He's her primary target. With him gone, maybe the other 2 can be saved.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man,
Tonight.
I love that so much. The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals and Let It Come From the Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. Oh my goodness. Both of those songs had this theme, which specifically when the infected were talking directly to us, the viewers, you know, us and you, me and I, words. Now we know. Now we know what that means.
Tonight is the Battle Royale. Can the Sting dethrone the King? It's Otho versus Yellow Jacket.
The bell sounds and the crowd goes wild. Otho Prime stands still as a statue as his 2 other bodies split off to either side.
Okay, we're already jumping in. Hannah's at a major disadvantage.
Running for her at top speed, but she doesn't break focus.
Okay.
She gathers her strength and lunges forward. She screams, and a wave of psychic energy crashes forward from her mind in Otho's direction. The wooden platform splinters as the blast barrels forward. The canvas rips. The ring...
So, one psychic blast was enough to instantly defeat her opponent, you know, Spitfire, who was probably second best, not champion, but second best. I get the feeling it's going to be a lot less useful against Otho.
Cracks. But before the mental beam hits Otho Prime, another body jumps in the way. It's Spitfire. Hannah sees what's left of her friend, flung into the path of her furious attack, and she recoils. Unable to bring herself to hit Sophia, Hannah quickly pulls her punch. The psychic blast dissipates. Otho's outsmarted Hannah, using her friend's body as a shield.
Oh my gosh, that's sick. That's sick in the bad way. But also, yeah, it's pretty smart. She won't hurt her friend. Even though she kind of isn't her friend anymore.
Just then, Otho's 3rd form comes crashing into Hannah's side. Thud. Hannah's flung onto the mat, tumbling across what's left of the fighting platform. She rolls to a stop.
It's so poetic that the first Hatchetfield musical and the last Nightmare Time episode so far is about Pokey. I know, right? It all comes full circle. And it's always about the Lords in Black. Always.
Right at the edge. Bang! Her head hits a post. The skin on her temple splits. Blood trickles. her ears ring.
Oh gosh.
The ringing mingles with the wail
Got
of the
a
crowd.
strong hit immediately.
The lights burn Hannah's eyes, and her head splits with a sharp pain. She looks up to find three figures floating out of focus above her. They descend, and their
Now the music is from the background is Join Us and Die? Wait.
features become clear. Three stone-like masks.
Did it pass, or
A punch.
am I
The psychic
missing it?
blast dissipates. Otho's outsmarted Hannah, using her friend's body as a shield. Just
I'm like
then,
listening for it.
Otho's third form comes crashing into Hannah's
Is this
side.
it?
Thud. Hannah's flung onto the mat, tumbling across what's left of the fighting platform. She
Oh,
falls
I
to
hear
the
now.
side,
Thank you
right
so
at
much.
the edge. Bang, her head hits a post. The skin on her temple splits, blood trickles, her ears ring. The ringing mingles with the wail of the crowd.
And
The
then we
arena lights burn Hannah's
transition into this more holier. Although it's probably not the best word to use when it comes to the Lords in Black.
eyes, and her head splits with a sharp pain. She looks up to find three figures floating out of focus above her. They descend, and their features become clear. Three stone-like masks with round, empty eyes. Otho's forms land around
Oh
Hannah.
gosh.
From his private box, Charles watches his creation, dreaming of possible uses for this monster he's made.
Oh, he created him. I guess that's what he meant when he said that you're in a massive investment. And also, he's probably gonna try to take over the world now. Well, it's not gonna work. He's eventually gonna get transformed. It's not like Otho needs one body, a main body. I doubt that that's really that a big deal for him.
In the stands, the high rollers in gowns and fine tuxedos howl with delight at the mayhem. Otho's three faces turn to them, disgusted. His voice echoes in Hannah's mind.
Listen
Disgusted.
to that noise. Don't you despise them, Hannah?
Hannah struggles to stand.
Huh.
She struggles in vain. Otho closes in.
Why does their cheering disgust him? Is it the fact that they're like just for enjoyment of the chaos? Maybe he doesn't like chaos. Actually, I could very easily see him not liking chaos. In the end, he brought everyone together in peace and harmony. He wants everyone to be one singular voice, his voice. That's true.
Do not fear. We will end this chaos and suffering. There will be harmony, peace, one singular voice.
Okay. This reminds me of a thing that I've thought about before. But eldritch beings can be horrifying whether they are good or bad. And the good ones are just as terrifying, you know? Like, an eldritch being that loves humanity would still probably cause death and chaos simply because its love is eldritch. And an eldritch lord, a lord in black, who wants peace, wants his version of peace, which is harmony. Everybody united under his voice. Ooh. I guess it's only natural that the very first one we've ever met, well, seen the effects of, would be such a disturbing guy.
Otho kneels beside Hannah and takes her head in his hands. Tears well in her eyes. She calls out.
Lexi.
In a closed toy zone, Lex is alone in a darkened aisle, restocking the shelves. She unsheaths her box cutter and prepares to open a large cardboard box.
She's gonna hear her.
When she hears something.
Huh?
A rustling.
The message has reached her.
But where'd it come from?
Huh?
Hello?
Nothing. No one. She shrugs it off and goes back to work.
No,
She
no,
rips
don't shrug
open
it
a
off.
shipment of brand new dolls. Blue dolls. With strange stone-like faces.
There it
She
is.
takes one and checks its tag.
Sing along Pokey.
Why? Why is it always through the toys, man? It's apparently like the most effective way to do it. But if you sing along with the toy, I guess you hear.
It's a freaky little thing.
She goes to put the doll on a shelf to find that it's already full of them.
What?
Huh.
Lex drops the toy in shock. She backs away and bumps into the shelf behind.
Okay, so this is like a... Is this real? Is this an illusion? Is this... Or is Hannah so powerful that you can just warp reality? Did these toys not exist a moment ago?
Behind her, she spins and sees that all the shelves are full of Pokey dolls.
What?
Something grabs her leg. She looks down. It's the doll she dropped. Its head tilts up. Its round, empty eyes stare at her.
Oh gosh.
She recoils in terror, knocking over the cardboard box. The Pokey dolls spill across the floor and start crawling. Crawling toward
What's happening?
A voice echoes from their open mouths. She tries to run, but the dolls jump off the shelves, raining onto her, engulfing her.
Frank, somebody.
What's with this random nightmare scenario? My goodness. I thought Lexi was gonna get a voice from Hannah.
Help me!
She's pushed to the ground. Hundreds of dolls pin her down. One crawls onto her
Wait,
chest.
I got an idea.
Forward, and thick blue goo.
The blue goo. Oh my gosh. Is Webby about to save the day?
Spills from its mouth. It oozes from the cracks in its stone-like face. Lex tries to scream.
Don't make that.
Sludge fills her mouth.
Don't make that noise in my ears. My goodness, that was disgusting.
And eyes. Slime pours from all the dolls, filling the aisle, conjugating into a bubbling, oily stream. Lex thrashes and kicks, but still she sinks. Down, down, into the deep, dark blue.
Did she just get taken?
Then, nothing. Her eyes flutter open. Lex finds herself
she's been pulled into the black. Uh-oh.
in an endless black abyss. The dolls are gone. Were they ever really there? Or a vision? A warning? What Lex does feel is a familiar presence, and she hears a voice.
I honestly thought I missed a good part when I left for a minute and realized I didn't. Yeah, no, it was just a sudden... Things changed suddenly. Was that... Okay, it was a vision. I guess... If Pokey wins, if Otha wins, I guess, and takes Hannah, they can spread their influence with the toys. Instead of doing the whole, just infecting a bunch of people, probably because it's a little... He's still bound to one body, so he can't spread himself as easily. The toys are a second best way to do it. Okay.
One she has not heard in a very long time.
Hi, Lexi. Remember me?
Webby, thank you.
Standing there before Lex is an ethereal woman with long white hair.
No, you're not real.
Hannah's in trouble, Lex. Everyone's in trouble.
Yeah.
In Webby's hand is the blue doll. She turns it over.
He might not be the hungriest, or the cleverest, or the trickiest, or the most sadistic. But of all my brothers, Pokey is the most uncompromising.
Yeah, that makes sense. He wants order. His order. And to accomplish that, you can't submit to other... Or like, back down on anything.
He hates every voice that's not his own. He wants everything dead but him.
Webby lets go of the doll, and it burns away in a burst of blue embers.
Ooh.
She turns to Lex.
That's cool.
I'm sending you there, Lexi. But I need your help to do it.
Webby?
Do you remember your power? Reach through the black and white. The roller walla. Can you see it?
Oh, is that specifically Lexi's ability to reach it? Okay. Interesting. So her specific ability is reaching into the black and white and, like, doing stuff. Teleporting, grabbing stuff from it. Okay, that's cool. And well, Hannah's ability is to see, I guess, and that's a lot of stuff with that, or just psychic in general.
Closes her eyes. She focuses.
Yeah, I can see it.
Go.
She touches Lex. A flash of light.
Okay. Now.
Then the roar of the crowd.
In what part of the fight is she appearing?
Lex suddenly stands in the center of the old roller rink, atop a busted fighting platform.
Oh.
She whirls around, taking in the howling spectacle.
She's just right there in the middle of the ring. I mean, I guess the doors would be locked, so yeah, good thing.
In his private box, Charles leans forward in his chair. He stares in awe at the young woman who's appeared from nowhere.
Would you look at that? Here comes a new challenger.
You want me to get her out of there,
Just
boss?
Relax, Bruno. Enjoy the show.
I was gonna be like, oh, you're just allowing this? She's just appearing. Okay, fair enough, I guess.
Back in the ring, Hannah spots her sister through tears.
Lexi?
Lex sees Hannah, bruised and bloodied, in the grasp of Otho. He and his two vessels turn their masked faces to Lex in perfect unison. Fury stirs in Otho's black heart. His voice booms in Hannah's mind.
I will not allow your sister or mine to interfere.
So Piccolo immediately realized, oh my goodness, Webby is at it again, getting in my way.
Extra bodies jump into action. The boy with the bloody nose runs the rim of the rink, heading for Lex. Spitfire leaps into a spinning kick. Blue flames fly from her heel.
Oh my goodness.
It ignites the debris around Lex, trapping her in a ring of fire.
Yeah.
The bloody-nosed boy hurls himself through the...
You know, I understand the situation was a little tense, but it would be really nice if Webby had given her just a tiny bit of a forewarning before sending her in. It would have been really nice, you know?
He crashes into Lex, knocking the wind from her lungs. With Spitfire's powers at his command, Lex held at bay and Hannah in his clutches. Otho turns back to the girl. The round eyes in his mask begin to glow. A brilliant neon blue. He gazes down at Hannah's horrified expression.
It is not death that awaits you, Hannah, but godhood. When your power is mine, we will seize Hatchetfield in an instant. We will...
I mean, to be fair, for him there probably isn't any difference, but for us it's very much death.
Take this world and all worlds. Rejoice, Hannah. Your apotheosis is upon you.
Whoa, wait. Your apotheosis is upon you. That changes the context of that line so much. That baby says that was the end of the trailer for season 2. Can you imagine the hype? Oh my gosh. Your apotheosis is upon you. They said that so much in the guy who didn't like musicals. But now that we know it's directly connected to Pokey, yeah, it's to ascend to godhood. Becoming one with Pokey would be ascending to godhood. Wow. Oh, whoops. I just realized chat is unloaded. Sorry about that. Hannah will be God. What's bad about that? I mean, from a certain perspective, I guess nothing, if you accept that you have to lose your personhood for that.
As his eyes glow brighter and brighter,
No, don't
Otho
lag on
emits
me.
a piercing tone. The pitch of Hannah's scream begins to shift. It inches closer and closer to Otho's
Which also,
tone.
by the
As his
way,
mind
by the way, the whole pitch thing, like getting synced, it says a lot about the reason why it's a musical. Because everyone's in sync. They're all dancing together. They sing together. They're one voice. They harmonize with themselves. Harmony. Oh my gosh. My whole brain is... Everything's changing.
And engulfs hers. Lex can feel it happening. She can feel her sister fading away.
Hannah!
In his private box,
Do something!
Charles grins.
Well, another one bites the dust.
Then, Lex feels something else.
I think Charles does not realize how dangerous Otho getting Hannah is. He really does not.
A small metal device with a trigger mechanism on top. She feels it and knows it can stop
A gun?
Otho. She focuses. She reaches through the black and white. She takes hold of the detonator and pulls it
the
from
detonator.
Charles's pocket. Through space, through time, and into the ring.
Let's
It's
go!
Otho sees it.
I genuinely thought he was gonna pull out. Oh my gosh, the eyes. Genuinely thought she was gonna like just pull out a Glock and go bang bang. But I guess the detonator that has been referenced like a dozen times would make more sense.
So does Charles.
How did she?
He feels his empty pocket. Otho whimpers.
Not fair.
Lex jams the button on the detonation device.
Not fair, bro.
Splatter. The bomb in Otho's head explodes. Blue ooze and chunks of gray go flying. The creature's headless body drops to the floor, dead. Spitfire and the boy with the bloody nose also fall, like puppets cut from their strings.
Will they be okay?
Unlike Otho, they're still breathing. With Hannah safe, Lex lets out a...
Okay, so... Interesting. I guess Otho does need his main body. Because he's been bound to a single human body, he does need, to use the toys because he can't spread like normal. Like a permanently infectious thing from person to person. He needs his main body to infect them. Okay, that makes sense.
Sigh of relief. Then, a voice crackles through the sound system. From inside his box, Charles cheers.
What a fight! Bravo! Bravo! Hey, Bruno, clear out the place, will you? I want to have a word with the new champ.
All around, the doors to the roller
Oh, boy.
burst open and bodyguards with submachine guns rush the arena.
Oh gosh. I feel like using your powers is very fair in a contest that's about using your powers. Sorry, Otho. Yeah, but also, she wasn't supposed to be here, Lexi.
Rat-a-tat-tat. They fire wildly into the air. The
Huh?
crowd scatters.
Wait.
All right, get out of here. Show's over.
Okay.
Two bouncers grab Spitfire.
So that's how they get rid of the crowd. I was like, whoa, what's happening? Whoa.
He knows, carrying them off. Lex turns to her.
It looks like they haven't recovered. Even though they haven't, like... Even though their bodies are still alive, they're very much not there.
Her sister.
Hannah,
It's okay. I'm alright.
is that what you think? You're in so much trouble.
Soon, the Rollorama's clientele is gone. Lex and Hannah
Lex,
stand
we are... Why do I keep calling her Lexi? I just realized. Lex. It's just Lex. But also... Wow, things... it's a little more serious than being in trouble.
surrounded by a dozen armed men. Inside his private box, Charles speaks into the microphone, sending his voice through the arena's speakers.
How you doing down there, Lex? I don't say this very often, but that was some good treasure.
Lex looks up to the private box.
Who are you?
My name's Charles, but I want you to call me Charlie. Is that all right with you?
No.
What is this?
No,
This
it's
is
not.
what Hannah's been up to in her free time. It's a pet project of mine. And that blue puddle you're standing in was my little $1 trillion pal.
Whew. $1 trillion. That's crazy.
And I look down at the bits of Otho all around.
But don't worry about it. The investment paid off because I found you two. You're gonna be staying with me from now on.
I guess in that perspective, yeah, it did pay off. Because you got two people who are crazy powerful. Hannah being able to pull stuff through the black and white is such a... She's weaker than Hannah, but also that's a pretty good ability, like in of itself.
I hope in time we can develop a wonderful rapport. Take 'em.
The armed guards close
Also, yeah, I kind of figured this is how it would go. Even if Hannah managed to beat Otho, she wasn't getting out of here with the money. It just wasn't happening.
Hannah holds Lex, burying her head in her sister's sleeve. Then, the sound system crackles.
Scratch that. Let him go.
Huh?
Inside the private box, Charles stands with his hands in the air, as Ethan holds him at gunpoint.
Oh, okay. Well, given you had a bomb in the previous fighter's range, yeah, I don't trust you. So true. Man, Ethan, coming with the save. I was wondering what he was up to.
Tell your guys to drop their guns.
Ethan nudges Charles with the tip of the Uzi he stole from a guard.
Let's go!
He coolly lifts the microphone and switches it on.
Weapons on the ground, everybody. Anything else I can do for you, Ethan? How about that $100 million I owe you? If you let me reach into my pocket, I'll grab my checkbook.
As Charles starts for the pistol hidden in his jacket, bang! Ethan fires a shot into the chair.
Yeah, there you go.
Not a chance.
Ethan's not smart, but he ain't dumb, alright? I'll have you know. There's no way he was gonna fall for that.
Just leave us alone.
Hey, you're the boss.
Okay.
Ethan slams open the door from the private box to the arena. He runs for the ring.
Oh, man.
Lex!
I'm so glad that he like, did not fall for that.
Lex, Ethan, and Hannah weave their way through the
But also, with a person this rich, even if they leave afterwards, he could still get him, you know? How are they gonna...
Bouncers. When the kids reach the exit, Charles orders.
Hey, open the doors for him.
Bruno obliges. As Ethan, Lex, and Hannah make their escape, Charles calls after them.
Well played, kids. I'll see you around.
Yeah, see... He's not gonna actually leave them alone.
Lex
There's no reason for him to do so.
tucks the passed out Hannah into bed, then turns to Ethan, who stands in the doorway.
I think I'm gonna stay in here with Hannah tonight.
Sure.
Yeah, fair enough. Technology has really gotten us to a whole new level when you can use phones as guns. Yes, it's really advanced tech. Only found in Hatchetfield. But man, I get why she's mad. I get why she's mad. If I was in her position, I would also be mad. But dang, it sucks to be Ethan here.
He turns to leave, then looks back.
Lex. I'm sorry.
For what?
What do you mean for what? For getting Hannah into this mess, for not telling you. It's just... It was so much money, and Hannah wanted to do it, and I tried to stop that last fight, but something went screwy in my head.
Yeah, literally went screwy in your head.
Then it's all right. I understand.
Do you? You seem...
Now you're scaring me, Lex. Now I know you're angry with me. you get all quiet like this.
Oh, yeah, when somebody gets quiet, that's like... It's like, uh-oh. Because at least they're yelling, they're expressing their anger, they're getting it out. When they're quiet, they're like, you know they're simmering in that anger. And I'm like, uh-oh.
Come on. Just call me stupid. Tell me I'm irresponsible, because I am irresponsible. I just wanted to make you both happy.
I know. I'm just tired. We'll talk about it in the morning.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm with Ethan on this one. Meeting Lex is definitely angry. Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
That's the first time she said it back in this entire thing. Which is both a good sign and not a good sign. I don't know.
The next morning, Ethan searches the apartment. Lex and Hannah are gone. So are their things. All that's left is a note. Ethan reads it.
Ethan, we had to go.
Don't try to find us. Those guys from last night aren't gonna leave Hannah and I alone, but they have no reason to go after you.
Oh, why? Why would you do this to me? No way. No. They just left? I mean, it makes... I know, because genuinely what she's saying is real, but...
You say you're irresponsible. So am I. I don't know if either of us has what it takes to protect Hannah. But she's my sister, not yours. You get to have a life.
No.
We don't. I release you, Ethan.
But he wants his life to be... He wants to spend his life with you. No.
Be young. For all of us. Lex.
Ethan sits alone.
I guess we were wrong. She wasn't mad. She had plans and things had to go their own way. I have to say it here, massive props to Angela Giratina. Her range and acting ability is so good. Yeah. She's great.
In the kitchen, the faucet starts to drip.
No, come on.
Elsewhere, Hannah Foster drips
And Joey Richter too. The scene breaks me. I know, he's so good.
awake. She's in the passenger seat of a beat-up old van. A breeze blows in from the open window. The car zooms along down a highway that stretches on as far as the eye can see. Lex is driving.
Okay.
Hannah turns to her.
Where you guys
Lexi?
going, I guess? Oh,
Where are we going?
that's why I called her Lexi, because Hannah does sometimes. Just never got to propose.
No. But things are gonna be different now.
You saw Webby,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
It's hard to pretend that the stuff isn't happening when you saw Webby and saved your sister and also teleported. Never mind not paying the the medical bills. Did those even get paid? I don't even know. He didn't get to propose. Ugh.
He told me that all the pieces are connected. That some things echo. I think something like this is happening everywhere.
They echo. I mean, yeah. In one way or another, Ethan and Lexi split. Either in Black Friday where he dies, here where they split because not because they want to, but because they feel like they need to. And also, Lexi learns to draw into the black and white because she's needed.
Will we ever go back to Hatchetfield?
I don't think so.
Probably. Hatchetfield has a way of dragging people back to it. I don't know. It's better than Clydesdale, at least.
Get some rest. Yellow Jacket.
Hannah leans back, knowing that the road ahead of them is long and winding. Lex gazes out at the horizon as she silently drives away from Hatchetfield.
I think this is the first story that ends with somebody leaving Hatchetfield, which is wild, honestly. I feel like all the other stories, no one ever leaves Hatchetfield. At least, no, even in death, they don't escape Hatchetfield. The last song is coming. It makes you so Ethan has to pay the bill. He's fine. He still had the $100,000. Oh boy, let's hear the song.
Another time, another place, another road, another space, another tone, another home.
Oh, and our final Nightmare Time song, Next Time, directed by Dylan Saunders.
You know, I will wait through the years for our fate.
I've never been the one to run away.
Oh.
Suffice to say, too much damage has been done.
And we're getting the credits. Wow.
All I'm left to take is a road that's all but gone.
That was...
Next time. Next time.
That was so good.
I'll find you in
What?
the next timeline. Another time, another
Yeah, every timeline.
next time.
It's... This was so good. What a way to end Nightmare Time. An incredible... I love how they're all wearing leather.
It's my last of many apologies. It's hard to see how we go around again.
I have to trust there's a galaxy.
We made it through Nightmare Time.
Where we succeed. Not a matter how, just a matter of
God, I hope that there's a timeline where things go well, because I feel like, as they said, things echo. Some things keep happening no matter the timeline. And I wish with all my heart that people, that somewhere people are happy, man, you know?
I'll find you in the next timeline.
Yeah. Another next timeline. Wow. I can't believe they left. It makes sense that Hannah decides to leave, because they do have the guy wasn't gonna leave them alone. I said that myself. So it makes sense, but man, is it sad. I feel like maybe if Ethan got to do his proposal, she would have gone with him. You're like, well, you said forever and always, let's go. I don't know. That's my thoughts. Can't wait for Hey Melissa. Yeah, I mean, that's next. Gotta finish that. Unpopular opinion, Hey Melissa is one of my favorite episodes. I'm told that it's really weird, so I really hope that Ethan and Lex separating is not canon every time. God, I hope it's not. I really hope it's not, because it's rough, man. Because there's so many times timelines where they do get separated. From jail, from death, from just situations separating them. So yeah, again, imagine this, and then immediately into the no nerdy prudes must die emotion announcement. A cocktail of emotions. I imagine. Find you in the next timeline, and then nerdy prudes must die. There you go. Next timeline immediately. Wow. Go show Nerdy Prude, not Nerdy Prudes. Go show Team Star Kid. Sorry. Go show Team Star Kid some love. Rewatch their stuff. It's so good, honestly. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this journey. It has been, wow. It has been a lot. It's been amazing, and I'm so glad to have you guys here with me to enjoy it. To go as we go through all this stuff, man. I want them to get marriage in one of their timeline. I want them to get to actually be happy. So happy you enjoyed Nightmare Time so much. It's so good. How could I not? You know? Oh man. This is why I need Nightmare Time 3. I need Lex and Hannah to be just one episode, just one timeline where they get together and are happy. That's all I want. It would be so good. Oh, man. But until then, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's saying how many people have seen the trilogy, not Nightmare Time. I know, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed it immensely, so much. You know, like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. Suggest what to watch next in the comments. Hey Melissa sounds like a real cool thing to watch. Then we're gonna go right through the Hatchetfield trilogy again. I already watched Nerdy Prudes Must Die and Black Friday on stream. We gotta do it again. There's so much more that I know now. I have to. But yeah. Until then, that was a stream, and I think I'll call it here. Before I call it, there is a link in the description for people in chat. I will post it there. I copied it onto a notepad, so I didn't have to go through stuff to like post it. There you guys go. You can press that in to join the Discord. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Monday, I'm back doing I'm gonna be making FNAF on stream. Gonna try to do that. Maybe watch some videos on the side, like kind of mixed reaction and working on my game. You know, that kind of thing. I'll hop on. I want to see you. Monday, I might not be watching Hey Melissa. I want to dedicate those streams to that kind of thing. So Hey Melissa will probably be like Tuesday. And yeah. Bye. Oh, I meant the Discord. Now, whatever. I'll see you there. Do. This is the outro song. This is the outro song. Do. This is the outro song. This is the outro song. Do. I like doing the outro song. Do song. Do outro song for you. Bye.